the new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith!
It's match start.
5-star performer, and the bullseye is hit.
It's
Johnny
Big 18, match start in hand,
Game shot.
and that sums the match up perfect.
417 for the bullseye. Oh, what a shot there from Jensen Walker. Pins the 1-2-1 on the bullseye. However, that performance by Joe yesterday must have taken some beating. Can he find the bullseye for the 1-6-1? Yes, he can.
An enthralling display from both protagonists here in Group C. It's a match start for Jamie Lewis, which is taken.
Really clever visit there from Adam Hunt. Going for another treble for double five. It's there. Oh, and so is the double once more. He hits it with one dart.
To finish things off now, averaging 88.14. He is pretty much playing to type, and he has a dart at the ball to win it. And win it in style. Saturday night here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Come the end of play the season, we will know 3/4 of the field that will be participating in Champions Week in Series 13. Welcome along to the action. You're joining us here from the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Good evening, welcome along to the Modus Super Series for a Saturday night that is bound to deliver. We have a player top of the Challenge Tour Order of Merit, a player second in the Development Tour Order of Merit, a former World Championship semi-finalist, and a former champion of this competition, all in action over the course of the next few hours. Talking of champions, we've got the 2015 champion of the world, Scott Mitchell, with us in the studio once again. Scott, great to see you. And when you look at the names on show, the CVs on show tonight, it shouldn't disappoint, should it?
I don't think so. It should be fast, it should be explosive, and it'd be dynamic as well. It was one of those nights that you don't want to be going off and making a cup of coffee because you could miss something.
Right, 6 players in action this evening, and this is the lineup we've got for you. Jack Drayton made his mark on debut this week with strong scoring and fantastic finishing. The youngster hopes to continue his explosive form into finals night. Series 10 champ Jensen Walker has looked close to his brilliant best in week 9. Winning the title tonight would see him into his 3rd Champions Week. Adam Hunt is back into finals night after more than 2 years away. A runner-up last time out, the Hunter is looking to pounce in Series 13. Jamie Durrant returns to the Saturday Showdown for the 2nd time. His excellent finishing stood out in Group B. Will it be Duzzard Jr. who does it tonight? Jamie Lewis has been solid in week 9 so far and is yet to drop a match. Will Fireball be fired up in pursuit of his 1st weekly title? Joe Hunt has had quite the dream debut with impressive stats everywhere you look. The Challenge Tour table topper hopes to go all the way in week 9's finals night. Certainly some Saturday night in store. We've had some week to get us to that point. We began on Monday morning with the beginning of Group A, which was won by Jack Drayton in the end. Adam Hunt got off to a really good start in the group. He won his first 5 matches on Monday. But as soon as Jack got to the top of the group, midway through Tuesday, when he got the better of Adam, it felt like there was no stopping him from that point onwards.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think once he's got to the top of the group, there was no looking back. He led it from the front and controlled it all the way on the last day. You know, it was a really sort of mature performance from somebody who didn't have the most experience in the group.
When we see players like Jack that come here on debut off the back of doing well in other competitions or doing well on other particular circuits, we ask the question, can they translate that to the stage? There was no question marks about that at any point, really.
No, definitely not. No issue. If, you know, he's enjoying a good spell of time. And when you're confident, you don't care where you play. You know that you can play. And he turned up and showed exactly what he was all about in that Group A.
So Jack Drayton won Group A. The players were then divvied up into Groups B and C respectively for the second half of the week. And it was Group C that we watched on Thursday and Friday afternoon. It was Jamie Lewis who was perfect. He won all 10 of his matches, 20 points to his name. We saw him play well in the previous appearance here, but didn't get through Group B. Is it fair to say that we're looking at the type of Jamie that's playing the type of darts that we saw, maybe not the darts that got him to the World Championship semi-finals, but certainly the darts that was getting him towards the top echelons of the PDC circuit?
Yeah, I totally agree. I've known Jamie since he was a teenager, and I think as a teenager it was darts, 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 and maybe there was a little bit more pressure on him back then. You know, he's got a great family background with him and family support, and I just think that he's gone away, lived life a little. He's got a couple of kids now, got married. And I just think he's seeing the game in a different light to when he was a teenager. He looks far more relaxed. The throw looks smoother. For me, he's close to being back to his best.
Be careful how you say this because he's got a fair few in the crowd tonight. Joe Hunt comes here off the back of topping the Challenge Tour during the first echelons of the season. Group A didn't quite go to plan, but full credit for the way that he responded in Group C.
Look, I go on holiday to the Isle of Wight, so I love the Isle of Wight, so leave that out. Joe is just one of those nice guys. He's had a great start to 2026, and he's kind of riding the crest of a wave, and why wouldn't you? He's playing great. He's enjoying it. Yeah, got stuck down a bit on Monday. Maybe the whole sort of top of the Challenge Tour thing and coming here with a bit of a reputation on that, but what he's done, whatever mistakes he made on Monday, he's rectified, and he's got better and better as the week's gone on. Tonight, he'll probably need to be at his best if he's going to lift it. And who says he can't be that?
So those are the two that made it through Group C. Group B was dominated by the former champion, Jensen Walker, dropping just one game en route to qualifying through 2 finals night. And one thing that we've learned about Jensen is he's able to win matches in different ways. Yes, he could dominate, but also, if it gets a little bit cagey, he's not afraid to scrap.
Absolutely. I think that's where he's changed from when he won that the Super Series week 10, I think it was. He's a different player than when he won it. He can scrap games out. He's mentally stronger than he used to be. So we don't see him a great deal on the TV here at the moment. So it's been a gap since he's last been here. But what we've seen is forward progression from Jensen, and that's mentally. He's mentally better player now than he was when we last saw him here.
In terms of Adam Hunt, what would be your overall assessment of his week as a whole?
Adam's been here in the past and he's been very hit and miss at times. He started the week out like that. He's using a little bit of new equipment, so maybe that time to get used to use a more bulbous dart. He's now using a narrow-fronted dart, and I think it's working for him. He looks far more consistent with this new equipment, and he was really good last night when he had that one-game shootout to win. Absolutely dominated it. If he can bring some more of that to tonight, some of the others could have a bit of trouble with him.
It's great to see a Durrant into a Saturday night here at the Super Series. As you can tell, Glenn didn't play this week. It was Jamie that was in action. Hi, Glenn, if you are watching. And I've got to say, the last couple of times that Jamie's played here, he's really beginning to blossom into a good player. And I think sometimes for someone like Jamie, when you've got someone like Glenn that's done what he did in his career, it can be difficult to kind of carve out a career in your own right. It
can be. It can be a help right at the start because things happen and maybe you get to places that maybe you wouldn't be. But as it goes on, it becomes a hindrance because you've then got to start performing like your namesake. But I think, again, he's another one that's been here a couple of times now. Last night, got a little bit stuck down in the first couple of games. Knew he was looking for probably one win to get through. Didn't get it to his third game and then looked really good in his fourth game. So for me, I don't really know what Jamie's going to turn up tonight.
Right, let's have a look at tonight's action because the 6 players will be split up into 2 separate groups of 3. We've got Adam and Joe Hunt in Group 1 alongside Jack Drayton, and in Group 2 we've got the 2 Jamies, Lewis and Durrant, alongside Jensen Walker. Now, in terms of Joe, he's got a lot of people here tonight. How much pressure can that potentially add?
It can be pressure if you allow it to be. What Joe's got to do is allow it to be sort of like a pleasure, you know, and be proud that he's got that many people supporting him. Try not to turn it into pressure. Go up there and give it your all because they'll love him no matter what he does. So I think it's a magic thing for Joe to have that support tonight.
So let's have a look at the odds. And it feels like one of those evenings, Scott, which if you're an each-way punter, there might be a little bit of value. Jamie Lewis, for example, at 6-1, didn't lose a game in Group C. Absolutely,
that surprises me to be down there. 5th favourite. I mean, yeah, that's good value there, you know, because we know what he's capable of, and he's probably one of the most experienced in the group.
Just quickly, Jack Drayton, rightful favourite for yourself?
I think so. I think he showed enough Monday to Wednesday to say, yeah, probably the favourite.
And then in terms of this evening as a whole, is there anybody that stands out for you? Because you've got the player who's top of the Challenge Tour, the player who's second on the Dev Tour Order of Merit. You've got 2 players who are banging form right now.
We have. I think it all depends on their first games. We've all been there. It's a nervy night tonight. There's a lot of attention on it. Always difficult to come out and play your best. I think it depends how those first games go as to where we're going to see it go tonight.
Scott, thank you very much. It is 18 plus. It is gambleaware.org if you're going to have a flutter on the Super Series. Right, let's get into our opening match of the night because we're going to see Jack Drayton back in action. He won Group A on Wednesday afternoon. He takes on Joe Hunt, who certainly got the lion's share of the crowd support tonight. Early on this evening, before the action got underway, Sam Mulliner caught up with both players.
Joe Hunt, welcome to finals night. How have you enjoyed your experience this week so far?
Yeah, it was a slow start, which we all seen. Gradually got better and better. So hopefully my best game can come out tonight.
I suppose it's all about peaking at the right time, and considering the year you are having, you must be one of the favourites tonight.
Like all of us know, though, darts is on its day. It's every game, every day is completely different. So I'll try and prepare myself as best as possible, and we'll see what the outcome is.
You must have full of confidence coming into tonight, though, with the year you are having. Obviously, top of the Challenge Tour Order of Merit. You've been in every Pro Tour this year as well, so things are going very well for you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Pro Tour experience is sort of money can't buy experience. I've learned a lot in that environment. I've learned a lot in winning the Challenge Tours. Coming here was a new challenge. Slowly getting to grips with it. It's hard work during the week, but yeah, I've enjoyed it, and I'm happy I made finals night, and hopefully we have a good night tonight.
What would it mean to you then to book your spot into Champions Week and end tonight with that medal round your neck?
Yeah, I mean everything. I mean it would just cherry on top of what I've done in the last sort of year. It'd be a great achievement, and like I've said to many people, anyone that's sort of been successful in getting a tour card to pass through Modus, and I'm finally here, and hopefully I can sort of go on to big things, and who knows.
Obviously, you're from just over the water at the Isle of Wight. Are you bringing a big crowd with you this evening?
Yeah, we've got about 30 that I know of. I'm sure there's some stragglers along the way as well. But yeah, it should be good in there. It should be all my family and my kids and my partner. So I'm excited to play in front of them.
Wish you all the very best. Play well.
Cheers. Thank you.
Jack Drayton, welcome to finals night here at the Modus Super Series. You are in flying form at the moment, coming through a very tricky Group A.
Thank you very much. You know, it's great to be here on my debut. To be honest, I didn't really expect getting through Group A. My aim was just to get to finals night. I didn't care how I did it, but to get through Group A on my debut was quite special.
Yeah, you mentioned it being your debut. It's certainly a unique venue, kind of unique format scenario for you. How have you adjusted? Very well, I'm guessing.
Yeah. To be honest, I've been obviously when doing the vaults at home. I've been like used to group play and stuff. So I think being used to that format has helped me, because if I lose a first game, I've always got 4 more games to get it back. But glad to get my first game underway against Arnie and then followed up after that.
You seem to be in real good nick at the moment, coming here off the back of that success in the Isle of Man. Is there many more levels of your game to reach? Is there still improvement to be had?
Yeah, there is, to be honest. My game feels really good. I was feeling really good coming into this week. But I do feel like I've got 1 or 2 more gears left in the tank, so hopefully I can show them tonight.
It was a tricky Group A. It's going to be an even trickier finals night as well. Just how difficult is it going to be for you to end tonight with that medal around your neck?
Yeah, I mean, every single player is capable of throwing, 90, 100 averages tonight. So I think my focus is just playing my own game. Again, I've got Joe and Adam, I think, in my group. But if I play my game, I know I can win tonight.
Of course, after winning Group A, you've had the benefit of a couple of days off as well. How did you spend them? Did you go home or did you stay local?
No, I ended up just staying down here. I think Thursday we just went down to the shopping centre. I spent a few days there and then went to the horse racing in Newbury on the Friday. Managed to get a couple of winners as well, which was beneficial. And then today just kind of went for a chuck this afternoon just to get my arm back in and then ready for tonight.
Sounds like a dream week. Best of luck tonight. Play well.
Thank you very much, mate.
'20s for the bullseye then is the route. Finds the first one. Finds the second. Can he find the bullseye? Oh, smack bang in the middle.
Nestles away through eventually. Can he take the chance? Yes is the answer. Finish things off now, averaging 88.14. He is pretty much playing to type, and he has a dart at the ball to win it. And win it in style.
Drayton.
So game 1 of the evening sees Joe Hunt and Jack Drayton go head-to-head. Jack was superb in winning Group A on Wednesday afternoon, whilst Joe has got the lion's share of the support here tonight. Let's get into commentary and say good evening for the first time tonight to Scott Mitchell and first, Sam Mulliner.
Henry, thank you very much. Cannot wait for this evening's action. Jack Drayton, the Group A winner there, off to the races at Newbury on his well-earned days off. There are certainly plenty of form horses here this evening. Jack Drayton arriving here on debut off the back of winning the Isle of Man Open. Ranked number 2 on the development tour. Joe Hunt is number 1 in the Challenge Tour. Plying his trade on the Pro Tour, of course. Earning that privilege. And he's been picking up some big wins, not least at the hands to Scott Williams and Kevin Doots. That is serious form. It's safe to say that Joe has the crowd on his side this evening as we see our referee, Anton Mays, keeping a firm hand on the tiller throughout tonight.
First leg,
These
it's
two
Jack to throw
renewing
first.
their acquaintances
Game on.
from Group A. And Jack Drayton is 3 out of 3. However, there's a crowd in here tonight, Scott Mitchell, and they are all pretty much
100
for Joe Hunt.
Yeah, very much so. And Joe just across the water. I think it's a
60.
£9.99 ride in. One or two people there hiding their faces. Yeah, they're probably supposed to be somewhere else on the island tonight. They've always got tickets for something else, but Joe
40.
made it here, and they've come over by hovercraft, foot passenger, however they could get here from Ryde to Portsmouth to support their man. I think that's absolutely
100.
fabulous. But he's right up against it here because, as you say, Jack Drayton's had his number in the first 3 days this week, but since Wednesday we've seen a different Joe.
180.
Joe will be hoping that more of that will come out.
83.
2 players right at the top of their game. Drayton
84.
picking up a treble 19 whilst looking for cover. Hunt
134.
picking up a couple.
Jack, you require 97.
Jack first to a finish. Looking at 18s.
57.
So straight away,
Joe, you require
Joe Hunt
124.
gets a chance to break. It won't happen for him.
92.
Treble arrives too late, and now
Jack, you require
Drayton looking
40.
to convert for an early hold.
It's a really nice start to start us off.
Gauge on the
Used the
first
second
leg.
dart
Jack
nicely.
Drayton.
Touch of luck with it, could have gone anywhere, but it's gone in exactly where he needed it to
Second
go.
leg is
And
Joe to throw first. Game on.
really nice hold. It was only an 18 dart leg, but really does settle you when you hold that first throw.
45.
I suppose you can look at the crowd support two ways in that Joe has got some tremendous support. The numbers are really on his side
99.
behind him there. Does that increase the pressure on him, perhaps?
I think it depends on the situation. I remember a time I had
83.
on my one Ali Pally experience. There was about 16 came to watch me, and they'd had a table at the back, but in time-honoured fashion, the people at the front hadn't arrived by the time we'd gone live on TV. So moved the people from the back to the front, and right next to my table was the people that were supporting me. And I'm over the moon that they went, but as the game started to get away from me, you then they're looking at you and go, what are you doing? And so it depends how they react to what you're doing. More often than not, it's a massive help if you can get yourself in front.
93.
Well over half of the crowd here tonight are here for Joe Hunt.
100.
Clear at the top of the Challenge Tour order of merit. Both of these here on debut.
134. Joe, you require 133.
With that slip into the 5, Drayton now has an opportunity
82. Jack, you
for a
require
break.
90.
Yeah, two straight ones here. Got to go treble 20 for double 15. He'll go treble 20 for double 5. Hits the treble 20. It's double 5 for 2-0.
85.
Goes just inside now. Options
Joe, you
here for
require
Hunt.
51.
11 for tops or 19 for 32. 19 for 32 it is. One dart left in his hand. And it's just gone
35.
inside on the wire.
Jack, you require 5.
It'll be 1 for double 2. That's 2 at it to go 2-0. And that's a
Gauge
super
on the
dart.
second leg. Jack
from Drayton.
Drayton.
Once again, 17 and 18 darts.
Third leg is Jack to throw
Not
first.
too shabby. Both
Game on.
hanging out in the mid-80s. The difference between them has been the doubling. It's 2 from 5 for Drayton and none from 2 for Hunt.
100.
Could be a night of surprises.
140.
This is arguably one of the most competitive Saturday nights we have seen. You can make a case for all 6.
140.
And you could make a really convincing case for them.
140.
What I think about this bunch is that they all want to show what they're about. They all want to show off. They all want to be on that stage. They want to show people what they've
100.
got. And if you're going to be good at any sport, you've got to get used to people watching you and doing what you do.
123. Jack, you require 161.
Well, Joe Hunt is coming back into this match superbly. Drayton can't find a worldie. He's had a 170 and a 164 this week.
65. Joe, you require 98.
But now Hunt can get a break back.
Once again, he's
58.
offered a 90 shot.
Jack, you require 96.
Back to Drayton. Treble 17 shot still on, not now. 74, treble 14.
36.
Annoyance
Joe,
in
you
that
require
last dart.
40.
Don't see that very often from Drayton.
Game shot
Hunt
on the third
gets back
leg.
in the game.
Joe Hunt.
This is what we're talking about. The crowd can now make a difference by being behind him.
Full flag, it's Joe to throw
It's a
first.
good breaker throw.
Game on.
And now he's on throw. And we'll be hoping to make it 2-2.
13 dart breaker throw.
140.
He was asked the question by Drayton, and Hunt has come back and answered.
31.
And that will be music to his ears, Joe Hunt. Oh, he really is punishing that 31.
140.
Great double treble visit from Hunt.
Off the back of that 13 dart leg. Back-to-back 140s.
134.
Jack Drayton arriving here after winning Group A. Has a target on his back.
140.
Getting that leg under his belt has really settled Hunt down here.
100. Joe, you require 81.
Well, from a 13 dart break to a potential 12 dart hold. How about that? Joe Hunt, after starting slowly, 13 and 12. The crowd enjoyed
Fifth leg,
that
it's
one.
Jack to throw first. Game on.
I think Joe's reading the signs in the crowd there. Look at that. He's accelerated in those last two legs from 86 up to 101.
96.
13 and 12. That's what it does to your average.
85.
People remember you here for what you did at the end of the week, not
43.
always what you did at the start of the week. Probably just as well with Joe Hunt. The most awful start he could have had. 5 losses from
44.
5 on Monday, and now look at what he's doing here on the Saturday. He's got himself to where he needed to be. It's now time for the 6 players to shine.
85.
Provide us the entertainment for your eyes here on Pluto TV.
60.
Is this a case of Joe's got himself back into it and now gone,
93.
I'm back in, and now he's dropped off a little bit again. Needed to put his foot to the metal a little bit more again and try to keep those
57.
short legs going. But it's not easy to keep repeating them time after time.
To and fro. Drayton
140.
Sets it up nicely. Now he's asking questions once again of Joe Hunt.
60. Jack, you require 44.
So, for 3-2, time on the side of Jack Drayton.
30.
He's going to need that time.
Yeah, again, it's a poor dart. He really should have gone sort of, not gone for it, but maybe gone for the outer wire or something.
85. Jack, you require 10.
And made sure he didn't leave himself something as dodgy as double 5. You watch, he hits it first dart now. Commentators curse and all that. That didn't work for him. But the last
Shot on
dart
the
will
fifth
do for
leg.
him.
Jack Drayton.
He made you wait.
He did indeed. It's for Hunt. He'll be looking at the stats going,
6th leg, it's Joe to throw first.
my 2 legs are
Game
12
on.
and 13. And how was Drayton getting them off me in 18 and 21 dart legs?
45.
But going on beyond 6 visits. But for Hunt, as we know, those 2 legs could prove invaluable. You don't want to be going down to nil here. You want to keep this game, if you
100.
do lose, as tight as possible. So he needs to start banging that treble 20, trying to get this 3-3.
140.
And ask the questions of Drayton. Can you serve it out?
In this format, every leg counts. On Monday morning, Jack Drayton won this match
100.
4-0. On Tuesday, Drayton won it 4-2. On Wednesday, it was Drayton 4-1.
100.
So Joe Hunt hasn't actually beat him yet.
$97.
And the bit for Joe Hunt that will annoy him is that Jack Drayton's running an 84 average and
59.
Joe's ran just shy of 93. And he's still 3-2 down. But he's been a little bit feast and famine. And now
140.
Drayton is feasting
Joe
on his own on 2
157.
treble 20s there. Can't finish now. Really needs a ton to pressure the 64.
60.
Bad deflection with the last
Jackie
start. It's not going to happen.
64.
So it's Drayton for 64 in the match.
Stays there now. Match start in hand. A double 16.
32. Joe, you require 97.
So this has got to go, Joe. Double 10.
87.
Aggressive. A little bit too much on it. And now
Jack, you require
Drayton
32.
steps back up looking to maintain his 100% record against Joe Hunt. Double 8. Gets a little bit awkward, has to step across. What a
shot,
find, what a dart,
Drayton.
and what a win that is for Jack Drayton. 4-2 to Joe Hunt, the number 2 in the Dev Tour rankings, beats the number 1 in the Challenge Tour rankings in our first match of this super competitive finals night. Jack Drayton just shy of an 83 average, Joe Hunt scoring well. Our attention turns to Group 2 after the break.
Welcome back to the live lounge here in Portsmouth. It's Saturday night here at the Super Series, and before the break, Jack Drayton got the better of Joe Hunt by 4 legs to 2. So the home crowd kind of silenced here on the South Coast. Next up for us, the former champion Jensen Walker takes on Jamie Durrant, and prior to play getting underway this evening, both players caught up with Sam Mulliner.
Jamie Durrant, welcome back to finals night. You've had to come through a really tricky Group B. That must have been very tough.
Yeah, it was very tough. I made harder work than it needed to be. Just couldn't score. Doubles were decent, but again, the scoring just wasn't there.
Your finishing, though, was magnificent, particularly on Thursday night. That should give you a lot of confidence coming into a finals night.
Yeah, it's something I've been working on a lot. I was always a scorer, and I give people more chances than I should have, really. So my mindset is now to kill the game as quickly as possible, and if an opportunity comes up, take it while you can.
You were certainly taking them, and again, coming through such a tricky group, again, must give you a lot of confidence coming into a finals night where it doesn't really get any easier.
Yeah, definitely. I don't rate myself as these type of players. I don't put myself at the same calibre of these players, but every time I've been down, I've competed well. I've held my own, so I can't really ask much more than that. It always builds my confidence every time I'm down here.
Has there been any words of wisdom from Uncle Glenn over the course of this afternoon?
Yeah, he texted me there. He's in an exhibition in Blackpool, basically just cheering me on, telling me it's my night, so we'll see, hopefully.
And what would it mean to you for it to be your night tonight and book your spot into Champions Week?
Oh yeah, it'd be massive. I'd be a bit gutted he wasn't here this time because I've had the chance in front of him. But I've got my nephew here as well coming to watch me, so it'd be nice to lift the trophy in front of him.
Jamie, wish you the very best of luck. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you very much.
Jensen Walker, welcome back to finals night. We've been here before.
Yeah, we have just a few times. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting going.
You've come through a tricky Group B, but in the end, you made it look relatively easy. All the hard work was done pretty much on the Thursday where you ran through the card. That should inspire a good deal of confidence coming into tonight.
Yeah, again, I was winning them scrappy games I probably didn't deserve to win. I think 2 or 3 of them probably I didn't deserve to win. Maybe 3 a bit harsh, maybe 2 of them games. I think probably the 2 against Joe probably, where Joe played brilliantly, but I think some of his problems on the finishing kind of he struggled a little bit because of them. So he's snatching and things. So I nicked a couple of games there. You know, if I'd have lost them 2 games, which I probably should have done, on win 3, lost 2, and then we could have a different story on whether I'm here tonight. But I'm just thankful to get over the line and well, be here again tonight.
You certainly are here again, and we've been here, done that previously as well. Former series champion, of course, and I know there's a burning desire that Luke Littler has his name on the trophy twice, and you have a big chance again to get your name on it again.
Of course, yeah. Of course, that's always the aim. You know, I want to try and win as many titles as I possibly can. You know, that that desire has never gone. It never will go. You know, I want to win everything I play in deeply. I've still got the burning sensation to win like I did when I first won here. So hopefully that can shine on the board and I'll come out a winner, fingers crossed.
Go well. Wish you the best of luck.
Cheers, Sam.
Please welcome the interceptor, Jensen Walker!
Jensen Walker.
Not for the first time. Keeps hitting doubles like that, he'll get nothing but applause.
And Jensen Walker has raced into the final.
How does he hit that? That's how he hits it! And Jensen Walker is a Super Series success story.
Bergman chips all round, guys.
Series 12, week 5, and you, young man, are our champion.
Well, let me reassure you, you're definitely one but not making up the numbers now. I'm telling you that from a former world champion.
Thank you, I appreciate that. It's worked out well so far, yeah.
It has indeed.
The interceptor,
So you've made me look very well. Well done, son. Thank you.
You're welcome, Scott.
Jensen Walker!
Jensen Walker takes on Jamie Durrant. It's the second match of the night and it's being watched in the company of Scott Mitchell and Sam Mulliner.
Thank you, Henry.
Jensen Walker, our Series 10 champion, looking to add his name on that trophy yet again. Second in Group A, first in Group B. Still just the age of 19. For a 19-year-old, he has some experience in this sport. Jamie Durrant, if you give him a chance, my word, he will take it. His finishing, particularly in Group B on Thursday night, was absolutely exceptional. When these two faced each other on Thursday, Jensen won it 4-2. On Friday, it was 4-1 Walker.
First leg is Jensen.
He will be the favourite. But he...
Game on.
If he does not hit, Jamie Durrant will.
93.
It's quite interesting, Scott, that Jamie Durrant doesn't see himself in the same calibre as the rest of the players here tonight. I think he's doing himself a bit of a disservice.
100.
Is he doing a bit of a disservice, or is he kind of taking the pressure off himself? I mean, we saw him show some really good stuff over the last couple of days. It's been a case of linking it together and being able to do it when the other players are doing it to him. Not sure what
124
caught Jensen's eye or ears there. To the side.
Certainly recovered okay.
57. $84.
Well, he's rounded off his score nicely. A level ton remaining after just 12 darts thrown.
59. Jensen, you require
Durrant
100.
just manoeuvring himself into an outside opportunity. Should this not go? Double 16, it's gone. Jensen Walker is not messing around this evening. He's looking to add another
second leg is Jamie to throw
weekly
first.
title.
Game on.
To his CV, which is getting longer and more impressive
45.
year on year.
Yeah, he does have 7-ton pluses already
One
this week. That was number 8. He's already hit a ton shot out last night. So it's all still very current for Jensen.
100. $60.
Jensen, a weekly winner in our previous series.
134.
Series 12. Didn't really happen for him, though, in Champions Week. He's the kind of character that will really spur him
140.
on. Durrant, of course, looking to make Uncle Glenn very proud.
58. Jensen, you require 121. $96. Jamie, you require 164.
Almost for a 1-2-1 to back up the 100 from Walker. Another one of those.
Oh, you can't give him a chance.
Jensen, you require 25.
He hasn't taken it. That would have worried Walker a little bit. He's taking a step back. We've seen him do this on many of an occasion. And that's why he does
on
it.
The second leg. Jensen
Composure
Walker.
personified.
And this is what I'm saying about him at the top of the show, how
third leg, it's Jensen to throw
much
first.
more mature he
Game
is
on.
as a player in those situations. He's been in those situations in a World Youth Final in his last game
60.
at Lakeside, and it kind of fell apart for him. He's learnt from that. He was in tears on that night, and I went and spoke to him.
100.
And I said, I promise you, Jensen, this isn't the breaking of you this night. This has just made you. This disappointment has just made you. You will not ever
42.
want to feel that again. You'll never want to feel that disappointed again. And that's going to take you to the next level. And I believe it has.
I think it's with Jensen as well. He listens
125.
when he takes in that advice from seasoned professionals such as yourself.
99.
Because maybe not everyone would listen.
No, you're absolutely right. And Your seasoned professionals probably wouldn't bother wasting our breath with someone that we felt wouldn't listen.
Credit to Jamie Durrant as well. He's putting together a real neat and tidy leg here. If he can just set things up.
42.
Well, unfortunate with that final dart of the visit. And that just allows Walker back in on his own
100.
throw.
Jamie, you require 136.
Jamie has first dibs on a finish. He threatened a biggie in the previous leg.
87.
That was just
Jensen,
a bit
you
of a
require
sloppy
140.
last dart.
And it was sloppy because he was disappointed that the second dart missed his desired target.
100. Jamie, you require 49.
This has been a really good bounce back here from Durrant. It's now all about finishing it. It's no use to him if he doesn't finish it off. He does
shot on the
finish it
third
off.
leg. Jamie Durrant.
Well done, Jamie Durrant. He's had to withstand some good stuff there.
Fourth leg is
in the
Jamie to
opening
throw
couple
first.
of legs.
Game on.
And he's kind of stopped the rot straight away. But you know that with somebody like Jensen Walker, it just
93.
fires him up even to score more. And to concentrate harder.
95.
So you've got to be able to back it now. He's got to find another treble visit here. It's the minimum requirement for this leg.
60.
Didn't quite go his way, so he's offered an opportunity here for Walker to wade in, but he's going to get away with one here. It's not a big score that Walker was hoping for.
$81. $100.
Straight down here from Durrant leaves him on 167. He knew that. Tried to stay straight. Oh, now bounce out at the most inept time. We were saying last night, they don't ever happen at a time where it's handy for you, does it?
97.
Such a time.
And Walker manages to pick off a business treble with that final dart as well. Waiting expectantly on 116, and
Jensen
again just another dart just going awry there. Walker looking at tops again, just taking that second to compose, but this time it's a bit of a flyer.
Jamie require 158.
Yeah, moment grabbed him there, even though he took the composure second.
$70.
It's a really good last dart, but it's all about Walker now and that composure we've been
Jensen, you
talking
require
about.
40.
Tops. Tens. Tens will do it.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Jensen
Walker is one away.
Fifth leg, it's Jensen to throw first. Game on.
The Walker family, as always, travelling down to support Jensen here
125.
on finals night.
$140.
Durrant continuing to battle away, showing some northern grit.
140.
There is the Walker family.
Blinking, you'd have missed it.
25. $59.
Well, that looks inviting, and there's plenty of space to work with. I'll be disappointed. That shake of the head told the story. He wanted more. He needed more as well. Time is running out for Durrant.
99.
Needs a double treble visit here. Got to get up there.
60.
It's not going to happen. It's not happened
Jensen,
at
you
all.
require 78.
We spoke about how even if you go down, legs are important.
38.
And Durrant not on a finish, so he's going to have to cross his fingers, hope and pray.
25. Jensen, you require 40.
Walker then, 3 darts in hand to take this match. Durrant watching on.
No score.
No.
Jamie, you require
Shrug of the shoulders.
151.
Arms up in the air from Walker. They never really threaten the target. Durrant can't find the 151.
93.
This time for Walker.
Jensen, you require 40.
Unrushed. And unflustered.
And
He's off
Jensen
with a win.
Walker.
The interceptor. 4-1 over Jamie Durrant. The Series 10 champion is under the best possible start here on finals night in a super tricky Group 2. Walker is on his way. Tail of the tape for all to see. 100 checkout was a thing of beauty. Our attention turns back to Group 1 after the break. It's Hunt versus Hunt.
2 games down on this Saturday night. Before the break, the former champion Jensen Walker got his campaign up and running for a 4-1 win over Jamie Durrant. That was before Joe Hunt lost out 4-2 to Jack Drayton, and he takes on his namesake Adam in game 3. Defeat for Joe will see him and his horde of fans make the hovercraft journey back over to the Isle of Wight. Prior to this one getting underway, Adam Hunt caught up with Sam Mulliner for a quick chinwag.
Adam Hunt, welcome back to finals night here at the Modus Super Series. It's been a little while, of course, but coming through a long week here, you must be confident.
Yeah, like I said, like yesterday, I've played some good stuff, some bad stuff. I played a lot better yesterday, so yeah, looking forward to tonight.
It seems to be in those high-pressure situations that you really come into your own, not least that winner-take-all match last night.
Yeah, I always leave it late in anything I ever do. You know, I always come coming through at the end, but I always seem to play better when I play against like a higher standard game. Yeah, definitely.
And the pressure is going to be on straight from the off tonight as well. A really tricky group for you, as we discussed last night.
I think they're both tricky, to be fair. Yeah, but obviously Jack won the group, and Joe's obviously coming into form now. He's playing a lot better than he did early doors. So yeah, it's going to be a tough night.
And have you managed to coerce a few fans down from the northeast to join us here?
Unfortunately not. No, I'm on my own tonight. There's a couple of our lads supporting Jamie. They might support me as well. We'll see.
It's always going to be tricky on Derby weekend to drag people down to the south coast, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a big weekend up north, so yeah.
Looking ahead, though, if you do manage to come through tonight, Champions Week will await, and I suppose whoever comes through tonight is going to be a big favourite for that.
I'd say so. Yeah, I think it's obviously going to be a tough task to win tonight, but if you win this, then you're going to go into confidence in the Champions Week. Yeah.
You come close here on a few occasions before. What would it mean to you?
It would mean a lot. Yeah, I've been, I think, 2 semis, a final. So yeah, to tick this one off would be nice.
Well, wish you the best of luck.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
And he's going to get a match start at double top. Kev expects it to go, and it does go.
Much better from Adam Hunt.
Going to look at treble 16 to give himself a look at the double, and then fire home incredibly.
He looks at 90. Finds the double 18.
It's Adam v Joe. Which way is it going to go? Let's find out with Scott and Sam.
Henry, I'm impressed. You're a poet and you didn't know it. Now, we mentioned with Joe Hunt before when he took on Jack Drayton that the head-to-head record was not in his favour. This time around, it is. Despite a 4-1 defeat to Adam on Monday morning, Joe got himself up off the canvas to defeat Adam 4-2 on Tuesday and 4-0 on Wednesday. Adam Hunt, as we see him for the first time this evening, really did impress in a winner-take-all match. His knockout stage started late last night against Joe Croft. He had to win. He did win comprehensively. And as we heard there, Adam Hunt, who will qualify with any sort of victory, he's on his own. Joe isn't. So it would seem that the hunter is being hunted.
Yeah, indeed. Some lovely signs. I love that. The guy sat next to Joe Hunt's brother saying, "Who's Joe Hunt anyway?" So he's obviously a better mate to Joe's brother than he is to Joe.
First leg is Joe to throw first.
Well,
Game
Joe
on.
has the darts here, and Adam Hunt will feel as though he is against the world here tonight.
95.
It could turn into an advantage for him, to be honest. Because you know 54. You're playing well if you can keep the crowd quiet with such a big sort of fraternity of it for Joe. And that's what they've come to see.
59.
To be honest, I don't think they've been really good up to now.
I think they might be spurring Joe on. There's a wry smile from Adam Hunt. Plenty of his friends and family will be
140.
watching on from the northeast on Derby weekend. Joe has taken the first leg in 12.
Joe Hunt.
Yeah, really nice.
Second leg is Adam to throw first.
From the Islander.
60.
We saw the Walker family earlier. There's a smattering of support around for Jamie Lewis and Jack Drayton. As we know, poor Adam is on his own here. Couple in for Jamie Durrant too.
140.
Everyone else is here for Joe.
There was a couple of little ripple of applause there from others. And Adam Hunt is using the crowd to spur him on. He knows when he's playing well in this situation because the crowd are absolutely silent when he's playing well.
134.
So it's your job to keep them quiet.
Yeah, we've seen it on many an occasion here at the Live Lounge. Players arrive with big
61.
support here on the Saturday. Memories of Jimmy Van Schie's crew.
Now, on my first finals night, I had a few in. I remember here.
95. Adam, you require
Down game
115.
Well, Joe Hunt will be looking to succeed where, unfortunately, you failed.
Yeah, absolutely.
99. Joe, you require 87.
Double five. Oh, superb.
Joe Hunt.
The noise levels increase. Joe Hunt's confidence increases as well. This is becoming
Third leg, it's Joe to throw
task
first.
for Adam Hunt.
Game on.
His throw has been broken.
$140.
I just feel as though Joe is just coming to boiling point in a really good way. Look at him shaking in the background.
83.
All that energy bursting.
Another brilliant visit from Joe Hunt. He's just not giving Adam Hunt any chance at all.
It won't phase Adam. He's played in the biggest venues this sport has
85.
to offer.
58.
Of course, Adam, before his stint on the Pro Tour, came so close on a few occasions to
100.
winning the weekly prize, but just fell short.
I've got to say, I am a big fan of Adam Hunt. I do like his style and the way he plays.
He can't afford to let this match get away with him, though.
90. Joe, you
He's got to
require
get some
76.
legs on the board. He'll be thinking that. He knows that.
$36.
He needs
Adam, you require 170.
to reel in the big fish to take this leg. And don't forget, Joe Hunt
58.
lost 4-2.
Joe, you require 40.
Our opening match this evening.
Joe Hunt. Fourth leg is
I
Adam
think
to
the
throw
crowd would have
first.
let you
Game
know
on.
that.
do like about them, they're dead silent while the players are throwing. Both players.
And
that's respect, and that's what you need. And look at that, straight up for the 180 as well for Adam Hunt.
140.
Exactly how it should be. Brilliant. Oh, just when you started to think about
95.
it. We had one here last week.
Yeah, Lee Evans. Really super stuff from
55.
him.
Back in the trebles again. This is good from Adam.
100.
126 remaining after just 9 thrown.
96.
Yeah, really
Adam,
good.
you require
Because of the barrage that
126.
he's had to face. Joe Hunt is running a 101.55. Adam Hunt, and not too shabby, 93.88 as well. Really high quality stuff, and we can't tell you we didn't expect it at the start of the night. We told you, top of the show.
100. Adam, you require 72.
The way Joe has gone about his business in this match, you feel as though this 72 has to go. Staying with 16s for tops.
52.
Now,
Joe, you require 110.
has the chance to seal a whitewash win.
$78. Adam, you require 20. Game shot on the 4th leg.
Well,
Adam
he's
Hunt.
sticking to the task well. And again, this crowd full of respect for Joe's opponent.
5th leg, it's Joe to throw first. Game on.
If Joe can serve this match out to a 4-1 conclusion,
100.
that's him through, qualified, despite that earlier defeat.
180.
Brilliant from Adam Hunt, absolutely brilliant. This is Adam Hunt saying, I am not going away.
95.
Can't back up the maximum.
No. With that score, it's like an equivalent of a ton and a 125, isn't it?
96.
I thought Papa Smurf was back in then.
Oh, don't start that again. I've only just got on over it.
Kev Cottis, I thought he'd turned up to have a look. I hope you're watching tonight, Kev. Thanks for your entertainment this week. You've been brilliant.
174.
Talking of brilliant, what a setup from Joe Hunt.
Incredible. 36 away from securing his spot
100.
into the semi-finals.
Joe, you require 36.
Done at the earliest attempt with a 13-dart leg, with a roar of the crowd. Joe Hunt is through from Group 1 into the semi-finals with that 4-1 win over his namesake Adam, who will now have to face and defeat Jack Drayton in his next match. But what a performance, a really accomplished display by the man who is right at the very top of the Challenge Tour Order of Merit. Joe Hunt is through with a 103 average.
Welcome back to the live lounge reports. Before the break, Joe Hunt sealed his place into the semi-finals, average of 103 and a 4-1 success against Adam. Game 4, a meeting between the two Jamies as Durrant and Lewis go head-to-head. And if Fireball can fire home a win here, he is into the semi-finals. Let's hear from him now. He caught up with Sam early on tonight.
Jamie Lewis, welcome to finals night. So far undefeated this week.
Yeah, it's been a perfect start to my campaign this week. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Hopefully I can keep it going tonight now.
Confidence must be flowing as you are playing some really nice stuff at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I didn't expect to win all 10 games. The aim was obviously to get to the Saturday, but I didn't think I'd go 10 out of 10. So yeah, obviously the confidence is there, and hopefully I can keep it up tonight now.
Well, here you are on the Saturday. What do you make of your group this evening?
Yeah, it's tough, but I knew it was going to be tough anyway. All the players here, it didn't matter who was in my group really. It was going to be difficult. But I'm just going to hopefully do my own thing, play my own game, and hopefully the results come.
Do you allow yourself to look forward to Champions Week and beyond, or do you very much remain focused at what it's on hand this evening?
Yeah, no, it's literally one game at a time. The first game is obviously the most important one. Hopefully I can get the first win and then go from there then.
Is there an element of your game that you're particularly happy with at the moment?
I think all round I've done okay. I mean, my scoring's been okay. Obviously, my doubles have been fine this week, so it's just more the same. I'm hoping to get a bit more power scoring going tonight, put the pressure on. So that's sort of the aim, yeah.
A few people in the crowd for you this evening?
I've got my wife and my father-in-law have travelled down, so yeah, I got a couple of supporters.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck.
Cheers, thank you.
That is absolutely classy from Jamie Lewis.
The one treble required. That would be treble 19 for Jamie Lewis. He finds it.
Game shot.
That's what he's been looking for, isn't it, Jamie Lewis?
That is absolutely classy from Jamie Lewis.
Jamie looking at double 16. That's an 11 darter. That's a class leg from Jamie Lewis.
Treble 20 got. 3-0 down, remember. Now 3-3. What a performance. What a fight back from Jamie Lewis.
When in qualifying here, Jamie Lewis completed the card on both days in Group C. In fact, he's the second player this series to do exactly that. Tyler Thorpe, who we saw this weekend on the European Tour for the first time, did so in his one and only appearance here, that coming towards the end of 2025. His first assignment tonight is Jamie Durrant. A win here will see Fireball into the Final Four. Sam Mulliner and Scott Mitchell are in the commentary box.
Thank you, Henry. Yes, for Dozer Jr., it is now or never for Jamie Lewis, yet to taste defeat here this week. And it's been really nice to see, actually, Jamie Lewis back playing really, really well. Real encouraging signs from Fireball. As we saw from that graphic earlier, Alex Williams did a similar feat, his fellow Welshman. But the only match Alex lost for the duration of his appearance here at this series was in the final. Can Jamie Lewis go one better? Win, and he's in. Jamie Durrant needs to find something special here. Well, Scott Mitchell, one thing we can say about this match is that Jamie will win it.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, for me, it's lovely to see Jamie Lewis playing so well again and enjoying the game. You know, there were times back a few years ago, and like I said, I've known Jamie since he's in his young teens, and there were times where it started to be a burden and looked to be a chore for him to play. And
first leg, it's Jamie
Durrant. Best to have a break when it becomes like that, and he's now back enjoying it. You know, the game is timeless. You look at all the experience that Jamie Lewis has now at the age of 34.
99.
Lots of my generation, we never made the TV till we were 37, 38. You know, he's light years ahead of all that.
48.
So I'm just looking forward to seeing where he takes it from here, and if that's him enjoying it and putting his family first and dodging in and out and
45.
playing like he is, then that's all well and good. You don't want to miss your family growing up. There's too many dart players that have done that. Put the darts first and the family second, you know, and
60.
it's a tough thing. And nowadays, if you do get to the top of the game, you seem to be playing every single weekend and 2 weeknights as well.
43.
It's a tough school now, darts. It's not like it used to be. Play once a week down the Dog and Duck and rock on up to a local comp on a Saturday.
96.
Then have a couple of Saturday weekends off and then rock up again. It's just not like that. There are tournaments and finances to be had every
98.
single weekend somewhere, no matter where you live.
One thing's for certain as well, Jamie Durrant will graft.
93.
He will work hard. He will give everything he has got. He's desperate for success
83.
here. Came all so close a couple of series ago, didn't he? Jamie Lewis.
100.
So
Jamie required
experienced
133.
for his 34 years. Durrant. Just looking now to leave it sweet.
93. Jamie, you require 104.
What can Lewis find? Not a treble.
56.
So,
Jamie, you require 40.
Durrant for 1-0. Neatly
Game
done.
shot on the first leg.
Jamie's good on
Durrant.
tens in the last 2 days and gets himself to tens.
Second
and
leg is Jamie Lewis to throw first. Game on. $85.
I'm a bit disappointed with that. That opening dart looked as though it wanted company.
96. $100.
Nice turn in response.
Yeah, Jamie Lewis has the advantage of full support of his family. Mum and Dad used to go
55.
everywhere with him. We got to know them on the video circuit, and Kylie, his wife now, she was playing as well, so she kind of understands. You need a
140.
very understanding other half if you are going to come back and play all those weekends. An understanding family to help you out. You can't do it on your own.
95.
You may be the front man, but you can't be a one-man team in this sport anymore. You need that support and help from friends and family, and Jamie Lewis has always had that, and a great family as well.
57.
Proper.
Yeah, we were speaking to him yesterday, weren't we? He seems in a real good place at the moment.
99. Jamie, you require 119.
Tricky little out shot. So, just contemplating his option. 62 remaining, and he went to be
79.
bold. But
Jamie, you
really
require
pay off, and Durrant
156.
now can really start to throw the spanner in the works for Lewis, but won't happen for Durrant.
56. Jamie, you require 40.
Tops to bring himself level.
Down to tens now then for Lewis. Opens up the
Game
angle,
shot on the second
really
leg.
nice start.
Jamie
Lovely,
Lewis.
calm as well.
Third leg
Dad,
is Jamie
Chalky
Durrant
used
to
to be
throw
a
first. Game on.
handy player as well himself. Used to go under the radar a bit because Jamie was so good, but yeah, his dad was always handy. Be entering at some of the
81.
tournaments. Always a bit of a giggle as well. Jamie Lewis is
125. $93.
Crucial find. with the 18s.
$45.
Lewis can't find a treble, so Durrant.
$121.
Keeping his nose in front on throw.
Yeah, really good adjustment from Jamie Durrant there. The treble was right in there. Then he had a wayward one into that one, but followed that first dart with his last.
58.
And Lewis here just struggling to find a treble visit. Needs to find a couple of trebles next visit to try and put
60.
Jamie Durrant under pressure. There's too many Jamies here. Very easy to confuse an old farmer like me. I told you he needed to put a couple in. He filled it right up.
$86.
Oh,
Jamie, you require 93.
Great last from Durrant. Just serves as a reminder.
53.
He's done the trick
Jamie,
for
you require
Durrant, and now
60.
here's the chance to just edge ahead once again. Just stepping across there to open up the target. Bent the wire.
Game shot
brilliant
on the third
find.
leg.
Durrant
Jamie
back
Durrant.
ahead.
You still feel this game's in the balance, don't you? There's just an air of edginess to it. You can feel it from up here in the commentary box.
Game on.
Yeah, very edgy. Very nip and tuck.
Jamie Lewis won't be concerned at the moment because, as far as he's concerned, the darts have just gone with throw. And the one thing that he did in those wins on Thursday and Friday, he held his own throw particularly well. Now we know this is finals night, and we know it feels different.
134.
That will give him a massive lift. He's able to switch and hit two treble 19s. But you've got to be careful when you start hitting trebles because it makes your opponent really concentrate and want to come back at you. And Durrant's just done that with a double treble visit of his own. Lewis heads to the heels again,
58.
searching for that elusive treble. Doesn't come this time round. And now Jamie Durrant
100.
hits a ton. And he's back level. But the dart's still with Lewis. Now needs something to leave himself a shot.
82.
Doesn't panic. In his younger days, he would have panicked over that and not hit a treble with his last dart.
140. Jamie, you require 127.
The pressure has been applied from Durrant. Performing really admirably. Lewis can't
59.
grasp the 1-2-7, and now
81.
this is a huge opportunity. Opportunities like these were being taken from Durrant in Group B, but it just goes
Jamie,
awry. It was a
68.
valiant effort. This has got to go, Jamie Lewis. Double 16 was such a huge strength in Group C, but it has
52.
failed him
Jamie,
potentially
you require 25.
at a crucial moment.
Game shot
No
on the
problem
fourth
whatsoever
leg.
for Durrant.
Jamie
He's one
Durrant.
away from a win that will just keep him in
Fifth
the
leg
mix.
is Jamie Durrant to throw first. Game on.
And all Lewis can do is try and keep
59.
Durrant under pressure. And the only way I know how to keep anybody under pressure is now to keep hitting that red bit.
60.
And that is so unlucky. The first dart proved to be a bit of a blocker, but Jamie stayed there because he had a chance to get around it. And now Durrant
99.
finds his first treble of the leg, and it was a really important one.
$95.
So unlucky. That could have been a lot more. Wasn't to be.
100.
Good find from Durrant as well there. This is a really edgy game.
26.
A double treble visit for Lewis, but not the ones he desired.
43.
Of course, Jamie Lewis still has Jensen Walker to play.
$100.
If Lewis goes down 4-1 here, my word, he will have it all to do. That's the scoreline
60.
of which Walker defeated Durrant earlier on this evening. And Durrant has put himself in a fantastic position.
140. Jamie, you require 140.
Brilliant visit from Lewis under the circumstances.
$118. Jamie, you require 80.
Lewis then looking to climb the ladder. Tops to stay alive.
Game shot on the fifth
Classy.
leg. Jamie Lewis.
Absolutely classy from Jamie Lewis. There wasn't a
Sixth leg is
thought
Jamie
going
Lewis
through
to
his
throw
mind that
first.
was missing.
Game on.
Good stuff from him. Good breaker throw. Got himself back on throw now. Hold his throw here. And he's back at 3-3. And he's turned the tie on its head.
140.
Now it would seem Lewis has come alive. A bit too pedestrian from him in the early stages of this match. Let's not forget, Lewis is unbeaten this week.
Yeah, but that sort of thing can stick around like a chip on your shoulder if you allow it. But again, I'd like I keep saying it. Jamie Lewis is in a different mind space to what he used to be. You can see it in his play. You can see it in his eyes. The things that used to get him, he just seemed more alive, and it changes you as a player. Puts things in perspective.
57. Jamie, you require 138.
He's rediscovered his scoring boots in this match, that is for certain. You know the way from here, Jamie. Well, that's a diversion.
114. $79. Jamie, you require 24.
Good guide. Other side of it.
Game
Just
shot in the
like
sixth leg.
that.
Jamie Lewis.
And Jamie Lewis sends us all the way. And that leg,
Seventh
with
and
Lewis
decided
getting
leg,
to
it's
3,
Jamie Durrant
sends
to throw
Jensen Walker
first.
through.
Game on.
Yeah, that's the double after 12. 3 in hand. Didn't make a mistake. Out in 15.
140.
Brilliant from Durrant. An ideal start to a last leg decider on your own throw.
100.
Lewis gets a ton of his own.
$96.
That'll do. Asking questions of Lewis.
134.
Getting 2 really, really classy cover shots. Jamie Durrant up to it as well.
135.
Really good thinking as well.
What a last leg this has been from Jamie Durrant.
93. Jamie, you require 130.
6 from 130. We'll need them.
15.
Well, that is less than ideal. Threatening to undo all of his fantastic earlier work in this leg if Lewis can pick off a treble 18.
98.
Durrant will be under
Jamie,
the
you
cosh.
require 115.
Another match-winning opportunity for Durrant.
Yeah, that visit from Durrant was only a disaster if Lewis hit, and Lewis hit. Can't finish now. So he's now in the lap of the
59.
gods.
Jamie, you require 76.
76 to see Jamie Lewis through.
Who can hold their nerve?
It's
got nervy.
Jamie, you
It's
require
been
56.
edgy. Durrant, 2 darts in hand at tops. 10s.
36.
10s had been a friend, but now it's
Jamie,
turned
you
into
require
a
40.
foe, and now Jamie Lewis tops the target for him. A wonderful marker. He can't find the double 10 either. It bent the
20.
wire.
Jamie, you require 20.
Tense, nervous headache. It's Durrant coming in then. You've got to own the moment, not let the moment own you. And Durrant has done exactly that. He goes out, gets that 4-3 win. He's got a waiting game to play now, Jamie Durrant, but giving himself a chance. It's never about the averages. It was all about winning the game. As you can see, Lewis just nipped him on the averages. We head into a short break, and when we return, Adam Hunt will be taking on Jack Drayton.
Before the break, we saw Jamie Durrant get the better of Jamie Lewis by 4 legs free, keeping him in with a hope of qualifying through and meaning that it goes down to the final game in Group 2. Next up for us, it is Jack Drayton against Adam Hunt. For Jack, it's a matter of legs that are progressing through to the semi-finals. Adam needs a big win. And to talk you through the game and to talk you through the permutations, here's Sam and Scott.
Thank you, Henry. Yes, indeed. The permutations. Are you ready? Jack Drayton needs 2 legs to qualify and thus will knock out Adam Hunt. Adam Hunt must win 4-0 or 4-1 to send himself through. Joe Hunt will top the group should Drayton not win 3 legs. Did you get all that? Good. Drayton off the back of that 4-2 win right at the top of the show this evening over Joe Hunt, despite the raucous but respectful crowd that Joe has brought with him this evening. Adam Hunt was on the wrong end of a 103.04 average from Joe Hunt in a superb performance. Something's got to give here. Drayton, the Group A winner. Adam Hunt coming through Group B. A very, very tough Group B.
First leg, it's Adam to throw first.
But Adam Hunt
Game
needs
on.
not just a win, but a big one.
Yeah, very much so. And the way to approach that is to go and
96.
approach every leg as an individual leg and just go and win it. Don't think about who's got the throw. Don't think about who's got the points on the board. It's all about winning one leg at a time, and you've just got to go in and boss every leg as best you can. Also, the situation 54. Here for Jack Drayton is that he played game 1 of the evening with the darts. 4 games is the biggest gap that you get on a Saturday night finals, and
57.
I think that's part of why we have periods where the Group A thing is a bit of a problem for some on the Saturday night. It's not been more recently, but we had a 26, 27 week spread there of nobody from Group A winning, a bit of a curse.
59.
And I think that's part of the reason on the Saturday night it's quite hard to go in and throw the opening match with the darts and hold it.
131.
And then if you don't, you've got such a long wait to game 5 to be able to redeem or finish off what you started.
It's a good theory.
90.
As you rightly say, that
40.
Group A curse was broken in this series. As Hunt
shot on the
gets
first
off
leg.
to the
Adam
best
Hunt.
possible start, holding his own throw in 14 darts to go 1-0 up.
Second leg, it's Jack to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, the Group A curse was broken by the man who started it, Derek Coulson, and then the very next week, Graham Hall replicated.
100.
And of course, just last week, Nathan Potter won Group A and won the night as well.
140.
It's gone from being the curse of Group A to, oh, you've got to win Group A to be able to win Saturday night. I love this game.
Well, the winners can come
57.
from anywhere and everywhere. A couple of Group B winners, Radek Zagansky and Neil Duff.
180.
Fills it up again. We started this series with 2 weekly winners, both coming through
83.
by being the Group C runner-up.
It was Adam Hunt's 31st 180 of the week.
81.
And these high-pressure situations like we saw last night, he knew going into that match, the final match of Group B, he had to win against Joe
140. Adam,
Croft.
you'll play 100.
And my word, did he produce the goods.
That
was
Jack, you
not
require
a bad attempt, but he's
121.
allowed Drayton. That's an outside chance. The chances increased. Oh, what a shot that is.
Jack Drayton.
Jack Drayton drags himself level.
Third leg, it's Adam to throw first.
Adam Hunt will be feeling as though he should be 2-0 up. He's not. He's back level.
Now, great stuff from Drayton
59.
there. That was his 7th ton plus finish of the week. And bearing in mind, he only played 3 days at the start of the week, where he had 6. He did the 120 on Wednesday. Better there with the 121, and the bullseye finish, a much tougher shot. Only 1 point between the two, but on Saturday night, finals night,
140.
when you kind of know what you need, what a bullseye finish that was under extreme pressure.
This is a man in form, of course, but for Adam Hunt, things
90.
couldn't be simpler. He needs them all from here. If he is going to progress, he cannot drop another leg in this match.
87.
He only needs
98.
the one break of throw to do so.
$70. $85. Adam, you require 145.
That's a really good start. And that's a really good finish.
129. Jack, you require
Even
133.
16, so Drayton on 133. Not going to go this time. The shot's gone. Needed a treble with the first one.
93. Adam, you require 16.
Gets it with the last. So pressure on the 16.
Game shot in the
Pressure
third
for
leg.
tyres. A
Adam
really
Hunt.
brilliant little combination there from Adam Hunt. Showing
Fourth
his
leg,
class.
it's Jack to throw first.
Showing his
Game
mettle.
Yeah, they're made from hardy stuff in the northeast. This is a
134.
really crucial leg. This is on the Drayton throw. Jack Drayton, it really is at the top of his game at the moment.
78. $100. $93.
Single treble visits probably just aren't enough at this stage. We saw you. Too late. No good hiding now.
70.
2 trebles minimum.
$100.
And at this stage, that might not be enough when you're dealing with someone like Jack Drayton at the moment.
80.
Deflection into the 5 has done him a little favour, but definitely needs another one of those. Oh, he's going to fill it up.
100.
You could just see it had 180 written all over it.
Jack, you require 117.
What a time to find your third maximum. Treble 19 to break the heart of Adam Hunt. Oh, it's sensational.
Jack Drayton.
A 117 to back up the 121, and that has eliminated Adam Hunt.
Game on.
Despite the Geordie averaging 108.
59.
Both of the legs Drayton has won in this match.
45.
Have been feeling very confident about winning them himself.
Absolutely, and he asked Jack Drayton the question, and Jack Drayton, the young man, answered it. He answered the question, a 1-2-1.
27.
And a 1-1-7. showing. Again, I speak about special players doing
59.
special things in special moment, and you can see that Jack Drayton oozes all that. He oozes all that.
140.
Really, really special stuff from him, particularly on debut.
$100.
So the equation of Group 1 now turns to who is just going to top the group.
55.
Drayton needs one more leg to do so.
140. 50. Jack, you require 157.
Well, Adam has left the big fish. The way Drayton has been finishing in this match.
$93. Adam, you require 170.
Can Adam produce a special moment? He can't, and now
96. Jack, you
Drayton
require 64.
can win Group 1.
Went for the treble 8 for the tops route. He's now found himself at tops. Bit of a step back. He knows it's a big moment. Absolutely owns it.
Jack Drayton.
Absolutely owns it. 3 from 3 on his doubling in this match. 92 average.
Sixth leg is Jack to throw first. Game on.
And that's the only way you can win those games, when your average of your opponent is just shy of 99.
This has been so impressive from Drayton. As Adam Hunt
60.
thrown everything at him.
Really impressed with Drayton's concentration levels.
60. 131.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Jack Drayton is impressing.
140.
Not that Adam Hunt isn't for me.
This is the sort of night
100.
where it was always going to be a shock, whoever was to be eliminated from the group stage.
134.
And credit to Adam. He's going to fight to the bitter end.
125. Adam, you require 167. $59.
Been a
Jack,
brilliant
you require
performance from both.
85.
If Drayton can nail this 85, it will be a special display. Well, I don't think it bounced out of the ball.
Adam, you require 108. Game shot on the
Spectacular
sixth leg. Adam
from the Hunter.
Yet another 100 shot out in this
Seventh and
match.
deciding leg. It's Adam to throw first. Game on.
We promised you entertainment with this bunch of six guys at the start of the show, and they have not
45.
failed to deliver.
Of course he did. It was inevitable. He's going to follow him.
140.
We almost did.
Absolutely. Adam Hunt this week has given us 32 180s, 9 ton plus finishes, and he's not going to go through.
Getting a bit of deja vu. Oh, it's incredible. What a leg this is. And Jack Drayton steps up 141 away from the perfect leg. Just checking. Anton, is that in? Are we sure?
Stevie Wonder could see that wasn't in. Brilliant attempt, all the same from Drayton.
136.
Well, credit to Adam Hunt. He's been brilliant this week. Tremendous scoring power. Jack Drayton looking to finish with an unintentional double-double. He's topped the group, and he's going to do it with 2 wins out of 2. And the roar from Drayton tells you all you need to know. He fancies this tonight. Adam Hunt departs, but what a performance it was. And he's very unfortunate not to go through in his own right. He's played well, but it's all been about Jack Drayton. He qualifies for the semi-finals in spectacular fashion. He threatened the 9, it couldn't go. He'll settle for the 97 average. Jack Drayton is through. Adam Hunt is eliminated.
Game 6 of the night is a meeting between Jamie Lewis and Jensen Walker, and in commentary for this one, it is Scott Mitchell and Sam Mulliner.
Thank you, Henry. We're only just getting over our previous match. What a fantastic tussle that was between Adam Hunt and Jack Drayton. Drayton coming out the 4-3 winner. Jamie Lewis needs a win and will qualify with one. Any win will do, due to the leg difference of Jamie Durrant, who beat Lewis 4-3. Jensen Walker is already through. If he is to win this match against Jamie Lewis, then Jamie Durrant will qualify alongside the Interceptor. If this match is as good as our previous one, which it has the real potential to be, we're in for a real treat, Scott Mitchell.
Yeah, we really are. I really enjoyed that last game. Really, really good. Adam Hunt, 101 average, 4 180s, a 108 shot out, and he's going home. But that is just exactly what the Super Series gives you here in the Live Lounge at Portsmouth. Saturday nights can be dramatic. Can have you on the edge of your seats.
First.
And that one had the averages with it as well.
Jamie Lewis just needs to up his level from his match against Jamie Durrant. And of course, he will know that.
35.
For Jensen Walker, he can just relax for a little while at least, safely through to the semi-finals. But of course, Jensen, ever the competitor, will want 59. To top the group as well. He will do so by winning 3 legs in this one.
58.
That match with Lewis against Durrant, 46. It was very nervy, very edgy. He needs his quality to come to the fore here, because otherwise he'd be at risk of just completely being blown away by Walker.
45.
2 players here with experience beyond their years.
Yeah, very much so. And
121.
Jamie Durrant's in the back room being a bit of a Jensen Walker supporter on this one, because his only route through to the semi-finals is, should Walker win,
100.
But I don't think that is such a foregone conclusion here. Both these guys know how to scrap.
Jamie, you require 156.
They know how to scrap legs out. And they know how to win them out with big shots like this too. Can't finish, but will know to pressure, needs that treble.
60. Jensen, you
quite
require
this
92.
time, so Walker has technically turned the throw.
60.
Had a super first start.
Jamie,
I know on that one he didn't step back, did he?
No, the shackles are off. Nevertheless, that was a bit of a let-off for Lewis. Had to really attempt that double-double. You can see why he did it.
Yeah, the first start was just in the way of the treble 20,
Jensen,
and just too much obstacle there. So, yeah, sensible way to go. Didn't quite achieve what he was hoping, but allows Walker back. Walker's not out here yet.
No score.
Still not out here.
Jamie, you require 56.
Pleading with his darts. Lewis can't believe his luck.
Can't believe his luck, but he had to take it, and that's exactly what he's done. He looks to be feeling it a little bit bizarre, Jamie.
Game on.
Of course, his previous match was the first time he tasted defeat here this week. Perfect 10 out of 10 in Group C. Arriving here this evening with an opening defeat, despite accumulating the higher average against Durrant, who
100.
I imagine will be a little bit frustrated watching on after that first leg.
85.
that be a turning point in the fortunes of Jamie Lewis this evening?
$41. $96.
He'd almost turned the throw there of Jamie Lewis. Walker wades in with a 140, which we come to expect from him.
96.
Really big last start as well from Lewis. Can't finish now, the 136.
96. Jamie,
really good last
110.
start. So the 110 under severe pressure. Yeah, the first start sat lovely to leave the treble 20 for double 15. Didn't quite go. So
Jensen,
once again, Lewis has to
40.
wait in the wings to see where Walker goes with this.
$30.
I'll tell you where he goes with it. He's a
Jamie
frustrated figure.
52.
On the wire is not in. Offers another opportunity to Jamie Lewis. Oh, he takes it as well.
Leg. Jamie Lewis.
A man down the pub and Dog and Duck once told me the easiest thing to do is hit a double
Third leg,
after
it's
your
Jamie
opponent's
to throw
missed.
first.
The hardest thing to
Game
do is
on.
let your opponent have a go, because 9 times out of 10 he'll get it before you. But it hasn't happened on this occasion, or 2 occasions for Jamie Lewis.
Yeah, particularly in that previous leg. They weren't badly thrown darts from Walker in his attempts at double. Hence why he cut a really frustrated figure, and now he's just taking the sting out of this match.
He's one of those that knows what circumstance he's in, isn't he, Jensen Walker? And maybe he knows that he only needs a couple of legs and 3 would help him top the group. And maybe he's thinking about, not worried about winning the game, but winning the 3 legs. And you can't do that. You've got to go and attack the match and win the game. And if you don't look at the consequences, not think of the negative consequences before you start. Been there, done that, bought the T-shirt, and it was a 5XL. A couple of times I've done that here.
Well, he's afforded Jamie Lewis a real soft lead in this match.
42.
Yeah, well put. That is
Jamie
exactly what he's done.
131.
Yeah, I like that.
You can use it if you want.
But he's given him a soft lead in this match.
91.
Lewis is now just starting to show his quality. Tops left after 12 is impressive
Jamie
in anyone's
40.
repertoire.
Games
Converts
on the
it
third leg.
magnificently.
Jamie Lewis.
And after an earlier setback, Jamie Lewis is
Fourth leg, it's Jensen to
clicked
throw
into
first.
gear. And
Game
he's
on.
hit the turbo boost.
125.
Of course. Jensen
95.
needs legs here. Yes, he's already through, but he needs legs in order to win the group, which of course is
140.
advantageous heading into the semi-finals.
Well, yeah, very much so, because the runner-up in this group
60.
will face Jack Drayton, won't they, as winner of the Group 1.
140.
And the winner of this group will face Joe Hunt and his...
180. Jensen, you require 96.
So what we're basically saying is there's no easy route from here.
No, not at all.
56.
Well, that's what we knew heading into tonight. Tonight will take some winning.
$39.
Except when we saw this group last week when it was
Jensen
announced
require
on the
40.
Thursday that This was going to be a really
shot on the fourth leg. Jensen
strongly
Walker.
contested group, and so far we have seen nothing to tell us we were
Fifth leg,
wrong
it's Jamie to
10
throw
days ago.
first. Game on.
Absolutely. Jensen there with a 13 dart leg. The doubling prowess has returned.
180.
So is Jamie scoring. Jensen's ain't bad.
140. $96. $45.
A real opening night for Lewis to kick even further clear and just set things up.
95.
Will do.
$134.
Yeah, nice pick up from
Jamie
Jensen
require
Walker.
130.
Doesn't need to go for the 130.
94.
And what a last start that is from Jamie Lewis. Walker will try and put a big score in and a few trebles to try and add pressure to the
29.
situation, and he
Jamie
hasn't
require
done that at all.
36.
Lewis then to send himself through. 99.
18.
Will he get
Jensen, you
another
require
chance?
153.
Yes. Yes, he will.
97.
Maybe just the one,
Jamie,
though.
you require 18.
Maybe just these 3 darts. One good one here. And Jamie Lewis has done the comeback of all comebacks.
Jamie Lewis.
Little bit of swagger when he goes in. That's just relief. Jensen Walker really opened the door for him there, didn't he, in the first 2 legs? Offered a route in for Jamie. He qualifies for the semi-finals. Jamie Durrant that departs from that group. And this is not about averages, it's about the result, it's about the win. Well, we head into a short break and we'll see you with a bit of chat on the other side.
Welcome back to the live lounge in Portsmouth. The group stage action has come to a close. And before the break, we saw Jamie Lewis get the better of Jensen Walker by 4 legs to 1. It was a dramatic evening in the groups here at the live lounge in Portsmouth. And this is how the rest of the evening is going to pan out. The semi-final sees Jack Drayton take on Jensen Walker, whilst Jamie Lewis takes on Joe Hunt. So that is how the rest of the night is going to pan out. Scott Mitchell's with me on stage here at the live lounge in Portsmouth. It's been very much an activity-filled Saturday night here, and these fans have been absolutely fantastic. And what a night they've been treated to so far.
Look, we said it was going to take a lot to separate these guys, and it's been so tight and such good games. We're looking at Joe Hunt earlier. Looks like he was going to go. Comes back up here, steps up that big 100 average, wins his second game and goes through. Super stuff from him.
Let's talk about Jack Drayton and the progress that he's made through his night so far, because we've seen some good stuff, but we've also had to see him battle away a little bit.
Yeah, we've sort of synonymously saw him just dominate games at the start of the week. He's now shown that he can dig deep, find those games when it gets tough, find that mental strength to tell when your mind is telling you no, you can't do it. He's overcoming that, and he was Mr. Consistent tonight. Really did exactly what he needed to do in both games to get through them. Very impressive.
You speak about players sometimes having to learn on the fly in this format. We know what Jack's done this year. He's been superb on the Dev Tour. But is even he beginning to learn about the tasks at this level over the course of this week?
Look, I think so. I think he comes in off that great win of the Isle of Man, some real good Dev Tour stuff. So you come in with confidence anyway and know that you're difficult to beat. And once you've got that in your repertoire and you know in your head you're difficult to beat, you make yourself difficult to beat, and that's what he's done so far this evening.
And how key was finishing like this, and particularly in that game against Adam Hunt, who was throwing in a ton-plus average against him?
Adam was all over him. Adam was absolutely all over him, but when he had the opportunities to take those 2 ton-pluses, 1 dart in hand, he was actually sat there in that game, 3-2 up, 3 darts at a double. That's a sign of class, that's a sign of a champion.
When I say the next name, it might get a bit loud in here. Joe Hunt, who first game obviously was beaten by Jack Drayton, but the way that he came back in the second, well, someone cheered him on anyway. When it came to his second game, he turned the style on, didn't he?
I totally agree. I think, there was an easy place there after that first loss to come out here and feel sorry for yourself. He didn't do that. He came out here and felt very determined about himself. He knows his game's in a good place at the moment. 103 average, really dominated that game, led it from the front. And yeah, very impressive for me, that.
Did that feel like a statement performance, that second one?
Yeah, it really did. It was easier to fold and be going out the door than it was to go and do what he did. So he battled the odds, battled everything in his mind, and that was really impressive.
And how do you think he's dealt with the crowd tonight?
I think it's been easy,
Careful.
hasn't it? It's been easy. You can't.
You don't need to answer the question.
I don't think you do. I think every player loves to have a bit of support in the crowd, and he's got it tonight, and fair play to him.
Tell you what, this is a bigger crowd that Joe's got than what you take to your exhibitions, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Me and Keith Diller.
Right, let's go into the second group. And Jensen Walker, because it's been, I suppose, a compare and contrast night for him so far.
Yeah, absolutely. But the fact that what I take from it is that Jensen's still in. He's still in to do the damage. Yeah, he probably hasn't played his best stuff, but other people have done some really good things against him. And as long as he appreciates that, he'll be happy to still be in. Sometimes you don't appreciate that. Sometimes you look at your own performance and go, I haven't quite done it there. When sometimes you need to look at your opponent and go, do you know what? He was quite good in that moment. I did all I could do. So he needs to have a couple of moments like that. But he's still in, and he's still here to do some damage.
There's a short turnover between his game that he's just played here and his first semi-final a couple of moments' time. What's he got to do to try and regroup?
Well, he's 19 years old. He wants to get back up here and put that loss right. That's what every dart player wants to do. If you've got anything about you, you get out in that back room, you have a little quick throw, gather your thoughts, and be ready to come back out here. This is what the Super Series is all about. Games quickly on rotation. Very different to anywhere else we play. So you have to be prepared for every outcome of what happens to you.
Talking about players responding very quickly from setbacks, that was exactly what Jamie Lewis did tonight.
He really did, and like I say, we keep going on about how great he was as a teenager. That part of his life is gone now, but he's taken parts of it with him to his darting life to where he is. Showed a lot of experience and a lot of fight. Yes, Jensen offered him a couple of opportunities in the first 2 legs, but Jamie was man enough to step in and take them. He knows those opportunities weren't going to come all the time, and he took advantage of them.
Just a quick word on Jamie Durrant. He'll be bitterly disappointed to not be in the semis.
Yeah, very much so, and probably the way those first 2 legs were going, the way that Jensen was playing, it was looking good for Jamie. You know, it looked like Jensen was going to take those 2 legs. So, yeah, he'll be disappointed, but I think it's another step for him. I think it's another part of his learning curve. He is still relatively fresh to the game, been here a few times, and we've seen him as a player improve and improve each time. And once again, I think he's improved mentally on this occasion.
Right, let's have a look at the semi-finals then and what we've got to come throughout the remainder of the night. We kick off with Jack Drayton against Jensen Walker. Jamie Lewis takes on Joe Hunt. The first one's really intriguing because these two are 2 of the hottest young prospects we have in the sport. Jack Drayton's dominating the development tour. Jensen Walker's a former youth world champion. We could see a little bit of a glimpse in the future in that one.
Very much so. I mean, we are going to be served up a treat. There's no 2 ways about that. Jack Drayton was great in his last game, and he'll come in with a bit of confidence where Jensen comes in with a loss. So, you know, that the early legs here could dictate the way that game goes.
And in terms of the second semi-final between Jamie and Joe, how big could that 4th dart be for the man from the Isle of Wight?
It could be massive. It really could be massive. But he's got the crowd on his side. Jamie's going to have to come that, and he'll know if he's overcoming it because they'll be a little bit on the quiet side.
And in terms of Jamie, he's so experienced. Look, he's played in a World Championship semi-final. He's not going to be overawed by this, is he?
Look, at 34 years old, he's seen everything already. And now he's back to the enjoying part of playing darts. And tonight, if he's winning, he'll be enjoying it.
And we're getting to the point now where Champions Week gets closer. I feel like this is probably the point in the series where you want to win a week because it's only a few weeks till you're back again. You know, when you are here in week 13, whenever that's going to be, you're going to be peaking at the right time.
Yeah, and you've got a little while to prepare as well. Coming through from now, it's not too long a wait, but there's enough weeks that you can put the work in and put the practice in because we know that Champions Week is big money and it's not often on offer when you're a dart player.
Right, it'd be an interesting set of semi-finals. Scott, thank you very much. Right, it's time for the semi-finals and we get underway with 2 young guns slunging it out on the live lounge stage. It's Jack Drayton taking on Jensen Walker. The winner will be into the final in about an hour's time.
Level 8. Gets a little bit awkward, has to step across. What a find, what a dart! Bring himself into an outside opportunity. Should this not go? Double 16, it's gone. Jensen Walker is not messing around this evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to the action. You've joined us for the Modus Super Series live here on Pluto TV from the Modus Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Let's toe the hockey and let's meet the players as 2 young guns of the sport collide. Firstly, please welcome the Interceptor, Jensen Walker, and Bossman Jr., Jack Drayton.
What a Final Four we have. A Final Four that is worthy of a Champions Night. Well, here we are, the Final Four in a regulation finals night. 2 young guns, Jack Drayton and Jensen Walker. Drayton, Isle of Man Open winner, 2nd in the development tour. Jensen Walker, the Series 10 champion here at the Modus Super Series and the WDF number 2. Drayton winning Group A on debut. Walker coming through, winning Group B. They faced each other earlier this week in Group A on Monday, 4-1 Drayton. On Tuesday and Wednesday, 4-3 Drayton. Jack has the darts in this opening semi-final. Scott Mitchell, this one
First
is too
leg,
close
it's
to call.
Jack to throw first.
Well, as a dart player, these are the days you play for, my friend.
Game on.
You want to be in this situation. If you're a good dart player, you want to put yourself in this situation as many times as you can. One to test yourself, one to find out about yourself.
57.
And these are the days you learn the most. On the biggest stages, under the biggest pressure.
81.
And with Jensen Walker, we can probably say we know about him in this situation because he's been there a few times before. So you would say the odds would be slightly in his favour, but
100.
in recent times, you have to say it's been Jack Drayton who has been stepping up to the plate over the last few weeks. And he has probably never felt in a better place in his darting life thus far.
After telling you all about those recent head-to-head battles,
96.
Walker 0 from 3, and he will know that.
140.
And he will want to correct that. A win here would make the other 3 completely irrelevant. And that is what Walker is so good at, just peaking at the right time. He's learnt this format, and he's mastered this format.
100.
Like we've been saying all week, as a 19-year-old, he is dart-wise beyond his years. There's no two ways about that.
101. Jensen, you require 100.
Early break opportunity. Treble for double.
68.
Grazing that wire.
Jack, you require 64.
Drayton has been producing the goods when it has mattered most tonight. Tops the target.
44. Jensen, you require 32.
Walker now.
Game.
Drayton, 1 in, 1 out.
Jensen Walker.
1 out, 1 in rather. And Walker does land that early break of throw.
Second leg, it's Jensen to throw first. Game on.
Maybe signs of nerves from Drayton for the first time. It's so easy to forget that this is his
97.
debut week here. He's had it all his own way by winning Group A. That Group A, by the way, was so tough. But this is a completely different beast tonight.
60.
You get to those knockout stages, you get the walk on. It's a different experience.
Yeah,
96.
These games are more what they're used to now. These are more what they're used to. They know it's straight knockout. Somebody's going home. There's no second chances.
55.
It's now or never.
$81.
We got a smile in the end. Drayton, a face of focus.
180.
Walker almost matched him. Oh, very nice. You thought he would have switched across to 18s.
75.
Couldn't hold his nerve, and now
Jack, you require 26.
Drayton off the back of those back-to-back maximums. Well, that is the
14.
downside of leaving double 13.
Yeah, but I thought it was a sensible play to go back over to double six because he'd just been there. I
Jensen,
thought,
you require
again,
12.
really wise beyond his years there, Jack Drayton. But it didn't come off for him on that occasion. This time round, it's Walker going double three with the last dart.
9.
And Drayton's got away with it. A real big chance there
Jack,
for Walker.
you require 12.
And once again, the doubles just eluded him.
Game shot on the second leg, Jack Drayton.
Well, he survived a scare, but he's wrestled back the throw advantage from
Third leg, it's
Jensen
Jack
Walker,
to throw first.
who
Game
will
on.
most certainly be feeling as though he should be 2-0 to the good.
$57. 96.
Change his mind and look for cover instead.
97.
He did. Not a bad place to go looking for cover.
100.
2 breaks of throw. We shouldn't be surprised what could happen in this match from here.
93.
It looks like it's going to have big, fast, flowing, big scoring moments, and it looks like it's going to have its scrappy moments as well.
96.
It's going to be who wins those scrappy moments. Is what it looks like to me. It is quite tense up there, and the crowd are absolutely loving it.
98.
You can hear a pin drop. Best of respect.
99.
Won't be this quiet for the second semi-final. That is for certain. Another.
140.
It arrives a dart too late, and now Walker
110.
can't find a treble of his own.
58. Jack, you require 16.
Drayton. 2 8s for 2-1. The steely focus turns to double
Hey,
4.
shot on the third
It lands.
leg. Jack Drayton.
He's halfway to the final.
And
Fourth
those
leg,
shots
it's
at this
Jensen to
stage
throw
of the game are
first. Game on.
as big as a 130 shot out. They really are.
137.
Really, really good visit from Jensen Walker. Just to show he's not going away.
57. 100.
The tension is palpable.
Yeah, I met up. That's Jensen's nan.
140.
Them heading back towards the hotel earlier when I arrived. With an armful of pizzas for tea.
29.
Well, they are here every time. Jensen is in a Saturday, and more often than not, he is in a Saturday.
96.
He's got work to do here. Jack Drayton
40.
survived an onslaught from both Adam and Joe Hunt in Group 1. Just weighing up his options.
47.
Yeah, leaves himself the 161. Jensen here will be looking 95 here. Minimum requirement of 133.
Jack, you require 161.
Left him handy. Puts him back. This will be amazing. It doesn't go. Another treble 20.
137.
And now the
Jensen,
62
you require
under severe
62.
pressure for Jensen Walker.
Has to go.
46.
The doubles haven't been playing
you
ball for
require
Jensen this
24.
evening. And Drayton can move clear.
Game shot in the fourth
Again.
leg. Jack Drayton.
Drayton is making this look easy.
Fifth
It's
leg,
a
it's
breaker
Jack to
throw.
throw first.
And now a
Game
hold
on.
here. We'll see him into the final. And you feel no matter what happens there, it's been a dream couple of weeks
99.
for Jack Drayton. Lots didn't know who he was before a few weeks ago.
140.
Certainly too many didn't know who he was before 2026 started. But they certainly know who he is now.
99. $58.
Has to stay down on 303.
57.
Walker will do the same.
95. $60.
Again, trebleless. Walker taking
140.
advantage, almost to full effect. Again, putting himself in a good position. But the doubling stakes has been more missed than hit in the last couple of matches for Walker. That has to change.
98. Jensen, you require 68.
Nice treble, so double 12.
44.
It's not a badly thrown dart.
Jack, you
It's
require
just not landing.
88.
No, none of them have been. He's just been a touch unlucky. They've just not found the destination he desired. And bullseye for the match.
42.
Probably looked the most rushed dart that he's thrown all week.
Jensen, you require 24.
Walker taking his time. Composing himself. And this time,
Game shot on
the
the fifth
double
leg, Jensen
does
Walker.
land. It is a breaker throw.
Sixth leg, it's Jensen to
He'll
throw
need another
first.
to book his spot in the
Game on.
final. And he has to hold it now despite something in his eye.
My advice is don't keep playing with it. Don't touch it. Leave it alone.
99. $140.
Nothing wrong with those three.
100.
That's Jensen's mum there, eagerly watching what's
123.
going on. Little boy, 3-2 down, but has to throw here.
124.
Really good recovery from that first start.
$96.
Drayton undeterred. Moved.
96. Jack,
As
you
of yet,
require 142.
Not faltering one jot. Walker awaits expectantly on 82. But Drayton has other ideas. He's into the final with a 142 and a huge roar. Jack Drayton continues to impress. He has defeated the Series 10 champion Jensen Walker with a 12 dart leg. Jack Drayton is bossing it. What a performance that was. He is into the final. an average just shy of 90. Who will Jack face? Will it be Jamie Lewis? Will it be Joe Hunt? John O'Shea, standing next to that fantastic trophy to your right, must bring back some fantastic memories.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? It was good to win it.
But now, of course, you have to defend it.
Yeah.
How do you feel ahead of that title defence?
Yeah, look, defending a title is always hard, but you know, sometimes winning it is the hardest part. Defending it, you know, that could be the easy part.
In a sport which is so individual, how nice was it to play a team event, a pairs event with Conor Heenan?
Yeah, look, I've known Conor a few years. I've played doubles with his brother, Martin, and we've won doubles together. So, look, for me, every time I put on an Irish shirt, you're playing for your country. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, look, it's on the day. You know, me and Conor will click, like we did the last time. I think we were the underdogs the last time. So I'm quite happy to take the underdog tag again to defend it. So.
Well, I don't think you'll be the underdogs this time somehow, but there's some stiff competition this time around once again.
Yeah, I've seen the teams released there over the last few weeks, and yeah, there's some tasty. It's going to be a good week. It's really going to be a good week. It's going to be competitive. Look, every guy that puts a shirt on for his country is going to give it 110%, and we'll be no different. So I'm looking forward to playing with Conor for the week.
What do you remember from that winning moment? Looking back at the replays, you almost dare not look as Conor approached.
Yeah, I suppose, you know, we started off a bit iffy, and we gained a bit of momentum, and I think we worked as like, I suppose the word I'm looking for, a proper pairs team, where one scored, one finished, and if I didn't finish, Conor did, and if Conor didn't score, I scored, and we kind of bounced off each other that way. But look, you're going to need that in doubles, don't you? At the end of the day, it's a team game, like it's not an individual game.
Well, I'm sure you're going to be very, very tough to beat. We wish you all the best.
Thanks a million. Thank you.
Team Ireland's John O'Shea ahead of his title defence of the international pairs. That gets underway on Monday, the 20th of April for 9:30 a.m. here on Pluto TV. So we've got that to look forward to next month, but we've still got one more semi-final to look forward to this evening. And the volume level here in the Live Lounge is about to go up another notch, because Joe Hunt from the Isle of Wight, the local hero, takes on Jamie Lewis. That was after Jack Drayton got the better of Jensen Walker by 4 legs to 2 before the break. It's Lewis and Hunt for a place in the final coming up next.
Lewis has done the comeback of all comeback.
Durrant is the 10 with a 13 dart leg with a roar.
Welcome back to the action. This is the second semi-final here at the Modus Super Series. It's Series 13, Week 9. We're live on Pluto TV from the Modus Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Let's turn the hockey and let's meet the players. Could you please welcome Fireball Jamie Lewis and Joe Hunt.
What an atmosphere we have inside the Live Lounge here this evening. Joe Hunt from just over the water in the Isle of Wight has packed this place out, but that will certainly not faze his opponent, Jamie Lewis, a former World Championship semi-finalist. Only Phil Taylor could beat him that year. He has it all to do. And after coming through Group C perfectly, a perfect 10, he's had to show some real battling qualities this evening following an earlier setback to the hands of Jamie Durrant. It's a similar story for Joe Hunt, who followed Lewis through here from Group C, but losing the opening match of tonight to the hands of Drayton 4-2. In the head-to-head meeting this week, of course, it doesn't take a genius to work out that in Group C, Lewis, running through the card on both days, beat Hunt twice. 4-3 Thursday, 4-2 Friday.
First leg, it's Jamie to throw first.
In the same scenario as our previous semi-final. That means nothing now, Scott Mitchell.
It really doesn't. And
85.
You can feel the tension here in the Live Lounge this evening.
57.
For both guys, they just want to get up there and throw their first darts and get on with it. They're waiting around, they won't have enjoyed
134.
standing around at the back of the room. It starts to become real what you're trying to do. And like we said with the first semi-final,
100.
if you're a good dart player, you want to be watched and you want to get used to this situation. You want to be in this situation as many times as you can be in your darting life to test yourself.
And of course, Jamie Lewis has
134.
played darts in much bigger arenas than this, but this is a more intimate venue. And with a
98.
raucous crowd,
require
raucous yet
148.
respectful. We have to emphasise that point. The crowd have been fantastic so far this evening. Will that just spur him on? It could well do here. Or will it? Is he contemplating just teeing it up? No, he went for it in the end, but there was a bit of indecision there.
Yeah, I think I was wondering whether he was going to leave that 16 side of the board again.
58. Jamie, you require
Obviously
20.
decided that double 14 was as good as any.
Game shot in the first leg.
And it seemed to be the case.
Second leg is Joe to throw first.
Nothing wrong with a 14 dart leg to kick things off whatsoever.
Absolutely not. Some would say a dream start.
60.
There isn't too many dart players up and down the country that wouldn't have loved that as an opening leg.
140.
The early stages of this match suggest that Jamie Lewis has just upped his game from what we've seen from him this evening. Joe Hunt is in the process of doing the same.
$60.
I honestly feel that Jamie's throws as smooth as I'd ever seen it. Mentioned it last night in his interview.
125.
He was labelled a little bit robotic in his teenage years. It was all stop-start, but it's really good now. It comes back. There's no thought. There's no stop.
57.
Jamie Durrant there. Didn't do a lot wrong tonight, did he? But finds himself going out in the group stages.
100.
But he's still got a smile on his face. You know, he gave all he could.
Absolutely. Top guy, Jamie Durrant, and he will be back. That is for certain.
94. Joe, you require 82.
Kick off from Lewis, but Hunt is taking charge in this second leg. Well, he wanted the treble 11. Now he's got some recalculating to do.
58. Jamie, you require 150.
So Joe will be back to level things up with 212.
Joe, you require 24.
If this goes in here, the raw, big open part of it.
12.
Doesn't go.
Jamie, you require 50.
Lewis, we saw him take opportunities like this against Jensen Walker in his last group game. And he's done it again.
Second leg, Jamie Lewis.
He's done it again on double 16. Much like he did throughout the entirety of Group C. The Group C winner 2 up against the Group C runner-up.
180.
Really slamming the door in Joe Hunt's face and his supporters.
43. $48. $100.
Just feels as though he's just needing a little bit more.
Yeah, very much so, but
55.
Talking to himself on the way in.
100.
Throws him like he's just throwing a practice for this Jensen Walker.
$140.
This is very good from Jamie Lewis. Seems as though he's just
100.
peaking at the
Jamie
right
requires
time.
78.
Yeah, Joe Hunt there, last couple of visits, just can't find that second treble to make the difference. He's hanging on with one treble, but
58. Joe,
he's
you
now giving
require
himself an option and a
158.
chance. But it would be a mighty, mighty save. It doesn't go.
And that will annoy him because that first start would have felt very nice coming out of the hand there.
100.
He would have
Jamie
fancied that
require
to hit the
20.
target. And then when the second one did, you just think, how
Aim
is
shot
your
on the
luck?
third
And
leg.
Lewis
Jamie Lewis.
moves one leg away from facing Jack Drayton in tonight's final.
Fourth leg, it's Joe to throw first. Game on.
Again, he's got the moments right, hasn't he? He's not getting carried away.
Big match experience.
55.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you ever needed an excuse to get
84.
back into darts in a big way, Jamie Lewis, tonight's the night. You should have reminded yourself here
100.
of how much fun it can be, particularly if it's going right.
Look at this.
121.
The big moment is where Jamie Lewis is coming into his own. Big match experience. Something that
95.
Joe Hunt is getting. He's getting plenty of it this year. He is doing himself and his family and friends proud.
95.
And that man was desperately unlucky tonight.
He was.
57.
But you can go home and look back and say he gave it a good go. You know, it's not like he's come down and not performed. He's performed and just got outperformed a couple of times by the better player, and that sometimes happens with this game. 119 left, should go downstairs.
80. Jamie, you require 105.
Well, this could be it. This could be it. Old Faithful.
80.
Doesn't play the game this time.
Joe, you require
Match
114.
start goes begging.
That was the moment. What a moment
Jamie,
that would
you
have
require
been.
16.
And now Jamie Lewis, 3 darts in hand, double 8 to book his spot in the final.
shot.
He
And
only
match,
needed
Jamie
one.
Lewis.
And Jamie Lewis, the fireball is still rolling. It's the end of the road for Joe Hunt, who has been brilliant this week. He has done himself and his fantastic crowd, his family and friends proud. But it's Jamie Lewis that gets into our final. Jack Drayton faces Jamie Lewis for a spot in Champions Week. Jamie Lewis has just put in his best average of the night.
We've seen two semi-finals on this Saturday evening, and it means that Jack Drayton and Jamie Lewis will face off for the 9th spot through to Champions Week come the middle of April. That was after Jamie got the better of local hero Joe Hunt by 4-0 before the break. Jack Drayton won the battle of the next gen against Jensen Walker by 4-2 early on this evening. Me and Scott Mitchell on stage to look back at the two semi-finals that we've seen this evening. Look, let's go in order, Scott, and we'll begin with the first one, because there felt like a mixture of Jack Drayton doing good things, but also Jensen Walker missing opportunities.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there. There was Jensen will walk away from that game knowing there was a couple of doubles went awry that would have changed the game. Saying that, when Jack hit them, he wasn't giving a lot away, was he? And every opportunity he took, he won. So you say that Jack was probably the worthy winner there, just mainly because of the small mistakes that Jensen made. And they were really minute mistakes. They weren't bad thrown darts at the double. They were touching the wires. It was just one of those nights for Jensen.
And the one thing that stood out for me, and I don't know about you in terms of Jack, was his composure. We spoke about it earlier. Yes, he's done well on the floor, but this is the first time we've seen him tried and tested on the big stage, and he's passing every single exam.
It's very much different to do it up here, and like you say, he's passing with flying colours as well. He's not just limping over and passing; he's passing with big sort of academics. It's working for him, and I'm just so impressed with how composed he stays.
Me and Trina were talking earlier on in the week about the fact that he studies golf at university and he spends a lot of his time on the green. He actually spends a lot of his time coaching younger people golf as well. How can the attributes of that sport, when you consider that everything has to be measured, everything has to be perfect, mentally you've got to be good, how much can you translate that into this sport?
I think there's parts of it that can come into this sport, but I'm useless at golf, so I can't transfer.
Where's Nico when you need him?
Absolutely, well, you need a decent golfer. There are parts of it, and it's all about the setup, it's all about the momentum, it's all about the rhythm. And if you watch what Jack does, he does this everything in a similar way every time. So it's very much like setting yourself up for a golf shot, like setting yourself up for a pro shot. And also there's that mental part of that as well. You've got to get the mental part on an approach shot with a golf, and it's exactly the same on here when you've got a little 74 shot left or whatever. Mentally, you've got to know you can get it. And I think he's really going to surprise a few over the next year or two.
Right, we might upset about 50 people with our next topic of conversation. In terms of Jamie Lewis, he did a job, and an emphatic job at that.
I think it was great. He had the advantage of the darts, came out, opened up with a 14 dart leg, and kind of asserted himself on the game. Joe didn't do a great deal wrong. For me, there was a few scores that maybe kept him a dart away all the time. But every time that he got within a dart, Jamie then went and whacked a score and got himself in front again. It was a really polished performance from Jamie Lewis, an experienced performance. You could see that he's been around the big time a fair few times before, and he kind of owned the moment up here, didn't he? He never let the moment own him. And he's probably not been in this kind of limelight for a while, but it all came flooding back to him, and he looked so assured.
In terms of Joe Hunt, what do you think he will take from this week, and what should he actually take from this week?
Well, I think one thing he should take is the support from these people. These people want him to do well every time he goes anywhere. He has that support, and as a dart player, you need that. He's had a great start to 2026, come here as a debutant, made the semi-final first go. I don't think there's not a lot to dislike. Yeah, we all want to go home with the big money, but only one of us can.
I think it might be the first time you ever analysed someone who's then decided to go into the front row when you've spoken about it.
Yeah, a bit tough analysing while he sat there, but he's not listening. It's okay.
No one listens to us pundits anyway, Scott, you know that. In terms of Jamie, though, you mentioned there that it's been a while since he's been in the limelight, but is it a case, look, you've been in that scenario where you've kind of been trickling in and out the sport over the last few years or so. When you're in that environment, you're in that furnace, even if you've not played for a while, does that edge and does that feeling does that just never go away?
No, it doesn't. It comes flooding back. You remember all the good times. You know, for somebody like me, I've had the bad times in those moments as well. But it's always the good times you remember. And you always think that you've got to do more than you actually need to do to win those moments. And when you've been in those moments a few times, you realise you've just got to be sharp. You've just got to be bright of mind, and the game will come to you. And I think that's exactly what Jamie Lewis did in that moment.
Right, we're talking a bit more about Jamie, we're talking a bit more about Jack because the final's coming up in a few moments' time. But Monday, week 10 gets underway, and we've got an owl looking to have a hoot in Portsmouth.
Barstow finished well in his last game. And he started off in the same vein here.
5-4 then. It's on. Treble 18.
Yeah,
oh, what a shot!
Gave it a good go, didn't he?
Oh, how this would hurt. Oh, how that will hurt Van der Horst.
To serve the bagel on Barry Van Peer. It's going to get a dart at double 16.
Rather than a 20, playing it safe, not busting the 172. Tops here for Jenkins. Oh, that's beautifully between the posts.
Another. Yes. Tops. Yes.
Shot the second name. Brian Roman.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Clear when you're asked to play. Okay. How about tops?
Chance for Atkins to increase his lead here.
Well, this would light the fuse for Jamie Atkins. 2 darts, the double 16. And Richie Howson is the ultimate legend of the Super Series.
Is the owl, Richie Howson!
So this is what we've got to come next week here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Richie Howson's won the Legends League in the past. Looking for his first weekly title here. Same case for Jamie Atkins and Brian Roman. Group B sees Chaz Barstow in action, as well as the former global champion Devon Peterson. Whilst Graham Jenkins, the son of the Bull Terry, is going to be in action in Group C. In terms of the players in action, Scott, is there anybody in particular that stands out for you?
Well, if this week was about youth and exuberance, next week's about long in the tooth and absolute gladiatorial warriors. You know, it's, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward for Chaz Barstow to go well. Obviously, he's a dear friend of mine, and we played England together. You know, there's some names there. Johnny the Barnstormer, I love him here. He just comes up here, enjoys every moment. He'll be better this time round, I think, for the experiences of last. I think we've got a tight group, but in an older fashion next week than what we've had this week.
Action gets underway. That's 9:30 in the morning on Pluto TV, of course, as ever. But we've still got one more game to go, and that is the final of week 9. And it sees Jack Drayton and Jamie Lewis go head-to-head. How many times do we say this, Scott? It's the quintessential you first experience match. Jack on debut, very raw but very composed, up against Jamie Lewis, a man who's been there and done it before. But it's also fair to say it's been a while since he's been in a moment like this.
Absolutely, and he's only just around the corner of 30, so we're not talking like old experience. It's experience that he's had, but he's been around a long time for one so young. I think the bull-up is going to make a bit of a difference here. I really do.
Do you want to know who won it?
Go on, tell me.
Jamie Lewis.
Yeah, exactly, and I think if Jamie can come out and get that first leg, then he's in the match, that's for sure. But with Jack at the moment, he's difficult to bet against.
And I suppose the other thing as well, he's won a couple of dev tours. But actually, how important is the Isle of Man Open win? Because he's won it on a stage, he's won it in front of cameras. Obviously, there was a lakeside place on the line. So he knows how to win a big tournament to get himself big prizes.
I think it's a really important thing, and your confidence isn't higher than when you're winning stuff. And he's winning stuff probably more recently than maybe Jamie has. So he should have the confidence on his side, and he'll be thinking that Jamie's got to do something special to get me, because he's in that sort of form at the moment, Jack.
How we've also seen Jamie do some special things over the course of this week.
Absolutely, and we know that he's not fazed by any situation. The bigger the player is in Jamie's mind, the harder they fall. So we were cruising and looking towards this as maybe being the final at the start of the night when we were discussing things off air. We didn't go brave enough and say it on air, but we kind of got what we thought may happen.
In terms of this final, what do you think is going to be the keys behind winning it?
No mistakes. No mistakes on the double. You know, there's going to be nervy times here. I think there's going to be a leg in this match that it's going to be scrappy, and that one, whoever wins it, could dictate where it goes.
Well, Scott, thank you very much. He's going to be joining Sam Mulliner in commentary for the final, which is between Jack Drayton and Jamie Lewis.
Walker awaits expectantly on 82, but Drayton has other ideas. He's into the final with a 142 and a huge roll. How is your luck? And Lewis moves one leg away. Wait to book his spot in the final. He only needed one.
This is it. This is the main event. It's time for the final of Series 13, Week 9 here at the Modus Super Series. We're coming to you live on Pluto TV from the amazing Modus Live Lounge in Portsmouth! Let's toe the hockey and let's meet the finalists. Firstly, could you please welcome from Carmarthen in Wales a former World Championship semi-finalist, Fireball Jamie Lewis! And now, could you please welcome one of the brightest young talents in the sport, a two-time Development Tour winner this year, the newly crowned Isle of Man Open champion. It's Bossman Junior, Jack Drayton!
It all comes down to this. Jack Drayton started his debut week here at the Modus Super Series just after 9:30 on Monday morning. He faces Jamie Lewis. All the experience in the world, despite still just being 34 years of age. He was unbeaten in Group C. Despite suffering an earlier setback tonight, he powered his way through and was mightily impressive in his semi-final win, a whitewash win. Jack Drayton has been impressing everyone of late, not just in the Isle of Man but on the Development Tour and indeed here this week. The Group C winner won the ball against the Group A winner. Who will it be to book their place in Champions Week? Tonight's had a bit of everything. A lot of nervous energy and a lot of quality. Who will prove their quality
First leg,
here?
it's Jamie to throw first.
This, Scott Mitchell, is a
Game
proper
on.
50-50.
Yeah, absolutely.
60.
I do feel that Jamie needs to be in front after this first leg. I really do.
96.
He was absolutely
95.
amazing. In that semi-final was Jamie Lewis.
$140.
Drayton has been pulling out huge shots in huge moments. Lewis was doing the same.
100.
Yeah, Tavis Dudney there with... Has he joined the army? I thought he was on the Pro Tour.
33.
That's just a little slip there from Drayton. He was in the process of putting himself in a good position against the darts, but now Lewis smells blood in the opener.
100.
So double check of the score there from Drayton.
130.
Nice, very
Jamie
nice.
By 146.
You wouldn't put it past Jack
100.
to dispatch this
Jack, you were by
102.
102.
So whilst this final is still in the infancy, this is a big moment. Can't find the ball. Leaves it sweet.
Oh, what he'd have done for another bullseye then, like he had in his previous visit. So it's a chance for Lewis here. He'll go 14. He's missed it. Double 16. And takes it out with one dart.
Jamie Lewis
makes the mistake, but has the nounce to get himself out of it.
Second
The
leg is Jack
belief.
to throw first. Game
Well, it doesn't matter whether I've got 2 darts in my hand. I've got 1 dart in my hand. 1 dart of double's all I need. And good stuff from Jamie Lewis there. But from what I can see from Drayton, he's not going to be rushed. We talked about his little golfing exploits and stuff in his life there on the stage earlier. And he does set up, and it will set up like a golf shot every time. So things will be very methodical for him.
And just assessing his options.
87.
The crowd tonight, Scott, despite
99.
probably 90% of them here for Joe Hunt, they have been fantastic.
Yeah, they really have. And the fact that they've stayed, but Joe is kind of a regular here as a fan as well. He comes along and supports some of his mates. When Tommy Morris was here a few weeks ago, he came and supported Tommy. And I know that I've seen him here on a few occasions. He makes the trip over. I think his kids love coming over and watching the darts as well.
Drayton is just looking to put his stamp on this final.
100.
So impressive. Finding that treble from a near impossible angle to set up tops for 1 apiece.
And Lewis sat on 51 after 12 is pretty impressive also.
Game shot on the second leg.
Drayton.
Jack Drayton.
Super again on that double top.
Third leg, it's Jamie to throw first.
So we're 1-1 and 1 from 1 on the doubles from both players.
140.
And that's not to be sneezed at.
Wouldn't be a surprise whatsoever to see this go all the way to a last leg decider, and we could be discussing just how important winning the bullet would be for Jamie.
55.
We've had many, many classics in this room and in this venue because it's a purpose-built venue. It
140.
is built for dart players to play their very best. The throw feels perfect, everything, and it's why we have so many tight games here through the group stages in weeks all the way to Saturday nights, finals nights. You know, it's built with players in mind and make it the best that it possibly can be for them.
100.
I thought we had a bit of a classic here earlier tonight with Adam Hunt against Jack Drayton. So he's just double checking. He wants to leave double 16. And he has plotted his route accordingly.
100. Jamie, you require 32.
Well, Drayton just went out in 13. Lewis can't go out in 15.
Jack, you require 100.
Oh, this is a risky. He knows he's dropped a clanger there. He can stay there for the treble 20. Double 10.
80.
And he's dodged a bullet there, Lewis.
Jamie, you
have
require
to say he's dodged a bullet.
You're expecting that to go.
Absolutely, I was. He's got 9-ton pluses this week. And that's maturity from Jamie. Really, really mature. He comes back to the board, kind of forgets that he's missed.
To throw first. Game on.
Resets and 3 new darts at it.
$85. $97.
I think there's a lot of respect between the two on that stage. Lewis knows he needs to put in
100.
a huge performance here to get the better of Drayton, and vice versa.
$60.
Drayton will be aspiring to achieve things that Jamie Lewis has already achieved in his career. He would have certainly
140.
won a few fans with his exploits here this week. Whatever the outcome.
125. $100.
Again, a super last dart from Drayton. Just trying to build pressure slowly but surely on Lewis.
39.
Oh, and that's not very helpful
Jack,
at
you
all.
require 76.
And that has afforded Drayton time. He won't be interested in utilising the time.
56.
But he's going to have to. What pressure can be applied now from Lewis?
$100. Jack, you require 20.
Minimum requirement, you would say. Minimum expectation from Lewis. Drayton. Double 5.
Game shot on the 4th leg. Jack
That has
Drayton.
made a really nice job of a double 5
Fifth
that
leg,
can
it's
be
Jamie
so
to throw
difficult in
first.
this situation.
Game on. $60.
Well, there's an opportunity for Drayton to jump all over that 60. But in that situation as a player, you think, oh, opportunity, opportunity. And sometimes you fluff your lines on it as well. But Drayton picks up a very valuable treble 19 at the end of that combination.
100.
Both players don't look tight at the moment. They look really
98.
relaxed and thrown with a bit of freedom.
$100.
Again, a nice last dart. Just to keep him a few in front.
$83. $96.
Lewis down to a finish after 12. Drayton is
134.
going to be
Jamie
with
require
him.
145.
Waiting expectantly on 89. Now he senses
60.
a break opportunity
Jack,
to then go and turn
89.
round and throw for the match, for the weekly title. He's got to take care of this 89 first. And that has just scuppered the plan.
35.
He's
Jamie, you
allowed
require
Jamie
85.
back in. And that is a huge risk. Lewis has made a bit of a mess of this. Could well have
53.
surrendered
Jack, you require 54.
his throw.
Yeah, very much so. It's looking like that. You wouldn't bet against Drayton on this. 9-ton plus finishes this week, but this could be the most important finish of the week for him.
Game,
and he nails it smack bang centre. Once again, no emotion. Family at the front there. Head in hands. They can't handle the pressure. I'm telling you, Dad, you want to be up there trying to throw him as well.
Just goes to show how much this matters.
Oh, and that's outstanding. Outstanding. Break, throw, open up on your own with 180. It breaks hearts. It kills dreams.
96.
You feel it's a long way back for Jamie Lewis from here, and he's kind of made one mistake in the whole match.
97.
He's vitally got that second. This is becoming a matter of urgency now for Lewis. But Drayton has been relentless.
100.
He's a little bit machine-like, isn't he? The throw doesn't change, the grip doesn't change, the speed of arm doesn't change. It's
100.
He's finding it
Jack,
very easy to repeat the good things about the game.
This could be it. Didn't need to entertain
92.
a potential shot at the ball. Again, showing experience beyond his years. Jamie Lewis now has to hope that Drayton misses. But given the way this week has gone,
Jack, you require 32.
I don't think that will be the case.
Double 16 for the win, double 8 now. Double 4 takes a step back, a little intake of breath.
24.
And that's 3 darts gone for the match. Lewis comes back for 44. We feel he'll go 12, double 16.
What a moment. Back to the tried and trusted. But this time,
that one caught the flight, didn't it, and went into the 7. Surely no mistakes from Drayton this
Jack,
time
you
round.
require 8.
Takes his time, deep breath. He won Group A.
Game,
Monday
shot,
to Wednesday.
and your Modus
He's
Super
now
Series
won
13 week
finals
winner,
night here
Jack
at the Modus Super Series. Week 9 belongs to Jack Drayton. What a brilliant game of darts. Look at the Drayton fans there in the crowd. Look what it means to Jack Drayton. Look what it means. He's kept all this in. And when you hit that double, it's just a massive relief. Wow, he's saying to himself. In these moments, it's difficult to believe what you have done. But we hand over to Henry and have his thoughts on it.
Well, just look at them pictures, because darts evokes incredible emotions. Absolutely incredible emotions. And for Jack Drayton, it's almost the feeling of disbelief. Because on debut, he's got the job done. He's got the better of Jamie Lewis by 4 legs to 2. There was a lot of people that expected him to do great things this week, and he has lived up to that billing. Good numbers in the final, average of 95, 4 from 10 on his doubles. And as the stakes has got higher, the more he's been able to keep it together. Not many debutants can do that here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth, but there's just a feeling that Jack Drayton is a different type of talent, a special pedigree of player. And on debut, he has picked up the weekly title. Let's hear from him now. He's in conversation with Sam Mulliner.
Jack, I can see you just holding back the tears a little bit.
Trying to, man, trying to.
Why play golf when you can play darts like that?
I know. Well, obviously, golf's been my career whilst I've been young, but got into darts when I was about 3 years ago, and this time last year I didn't think I'd be at this point, to be honest. But I'm really happy to, be here.
Is there any aspects of the golfing game that you've sort of brought into your darting game?
Yeah, to be honest, pressure. I mean, you've seen it tonight. I thrive under pressure. It's just natural. I can't really control it, but yeah, concentration and just keeping focus. Yeah, definitely.
You arrived here on Monday as a debutant. Debutants can struggle here. You haven't. You've made it look pretty simple in the end.
I said to all my friends and my family, I've felt really confident coming to this week. I've been buzzing since I got the call up, and going from recent form from the development tours and Isle of Man, I've just been I've been going into every game thinking I'm going to win this. I'm going to play well.
How much did that Isle of Man success contribute to maybe the confidence coming into this week?
Massive, to be honest. Obviously, stage play in front of a crowd. I didn't quite show my true potential in the first game, but me and Joe were both nervous. But I think the game against Adam, I thrived under that, and yeah, definitely got me to where I am today.
Coming through a night like tonight is no mean feat. This was a really tough finals night. That must make you feel exceptionally proud.
Yeah, it does. Obviously, Adam, former tour card holder, Jamie, former tour card holder, Joe Hunt, top of the Challenge Tour. Coming through these kind of plays, obviously Jensen as well, another young prospects. Coming through these kind of plays has really mean the world to me.
You were holding back the tears. The family, however, are in floods.
I know, I can't control that, to be honest. I'm trying to keep myself from bursting out into tears at the minute, but yeah, I'm so glad they've travelled down this weekend, and I'm thankful they're here, to be honest.
And a word on the crowd, 99% of them were here for Joe, but however, they have been magnificent.
Yeah, they have tonight, yeah. Obviously, that first game against Joe, obviously their support coming down this week has really been magnificent. But yeah, the crowd have been fantastic tonight, so thank you very much.
Final question for you. We can now look ahead to Champions Week and going a step further. How do you feel about that prospect?
Again, I never thought I'd be, my name would be a part of Champions Week, to be honest. But my name being a part of that group, if you will, again, means the world to me.
Many congratulations. You're in Champions Week. You've got the medal around your neck, and now you can go and lift your trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one time for your weekly Modus Super Series winner, Jack Drayton.
Well, you could just tell that is the feeling of relief. He's done some great things so far this year, Jack Drayton. He's picked up 2 Dev Tour titles. He's won at the Isle of Man. And probably the thing that'll make him happier than anything else, a congratulatory handshake from Sam Mulliner, our presenter tonight. But Jack Drayton is into Champions Week. And you've got to say, Scott, based on what he's done this week, based on the numbers, based on performances, how can you begrudge him it?
You absolutely can't. And I've just come through looking at my stats, actually, in a split moment we had there after the final. We had 9 games tonight. 8 of those games all went with the darts, and the one that didn't was probably the biggest one of the night, and that was Jack It was brilliant for him to take the final against the darts, and he also there's two. He took the darts away from Adam Hunt as well when Adam was doing 100 average in the group stage to get himself through. So really, really big stuff. He's a name that we're going to have to just keep our eye on now for the rest of the year, because what we've seen here tonight is something super, super impressive. He's overcome maybe a little bit more experience than he has, but the way that he sets himself up, the way that he throws his darts, it's the same every single time. And he's going to be a man to be feared over the next year or so if things progress the way that they already have in 2026.
I was speaking to Sam Mulliner earlier on today, and we were kind of striking some parallels with Charlie Manby this time last year. We're doing some good stuff on the Dev Tour, came here with a big reputation, and then we saw what he did in this build, and then we've seen what he's done in the world of darts since.
I totally agree, and I can't disagree with that. I really can't. And there he is, tour card holder, Tav, giving him a big cuddle. They're all buddies. They've all been on the development tour together, and still are, some of them. And there's a camaraderie coming through with the next branch of superstars, and you can't see that he won't be one of them with the way that what he's shown us tonight.
We'll talk about the final in just a second, but first things first, what about him as a player that stands out for you? What attributes kind of shine?
He has the attributes that there are bits that you can teach about darts. There are bits that you cannot. Some of it has to come as a natural ability. And for me, he has all those bits that you have to be born with. And you then have to realise that you've got them as an attribute and use them within a game situation. His calmness, the way that he sets up, nothing seems to fluster him. At the time when he's throwing, he may be like a swan on the top of the water, gliding away and feet going mental underneath to keep him going. But he manages to keep that inside very much so. He does give it little celebrations, loud shouts, but it's just for himself. It's not aimed at an opponent. It's about geeing himself up. The whole game and the way he sets up is about doing it for himself. And I think that there's a lot to be learned for many players, even like myself at the ripe old age of 55. There's lots of things we can learn from the way that Jack's played tonight.
Right, let's have a look at the match analysis then from the final. And the crucial moment was the fifth leg, wasn't it? The first four legs, they were kind of trading one another. And then Jack got that break in the fifth. Yeah, Jamie missed 3 darts at double 16, double 8, didn't he? And offered an opportunity in a leg that Jack really hadn't been in. And you couldn't see him missing it. You just couldn't see him missing it. And he didn't. And that turned the game. So he then goes 3-2. Didn't get too carried away. Didn't give it too big a shout. Knew that it was a big moment. Jamie knew it was a big moment. He wanders off to the table, has a little sip of water, comes back, 180 on his own throw. Then you have just punished the man by taking that double when he's missed. And then you're now saying, I'm not letting you back in with this 180 now. You're done. This is my time. I've just got to bring this home without thinking. Because it felt like after that, the stuffing was knocked out of Jamie. It was. And I know that Jamie will be disappointed because he took it so far and gave him such a big chance. Those 3 darts at double 16 and double 8 will give him nightmares tonight because they were the turning point. We knew there was going to be a scrappy moment, and I said it on the stage before the final. There would be a scrappy moment that was going to be the turning point, and unfortunately, it turned out to be for Jamie Lewis. And even when he was trying to cross the finishing line, it didn't seem as if... I know he missed a few darts, but he put that to the back of his mind. There didn't seem to be much of a wobble. No, not at all. I think, again, an attribute that he has is that he understands that at times you're going to miss darts at a double. When we're missing darts at a double as dart players, we think we're the only one in the room doing it. There's hundreds in the room doing it. But the way that we set up and our psyche is that we think we're the only ones missing the vital doubles at the vital times. Now, he missed a couple of doubles early doors that he hadn't been missing, and that's just being in the final. But he regrouped and then really never took his foot off of Jamie's throat in that last leg. I don't want to be accused of recency bias here, but how big a contender could he be at Champions Week? I think the others within Champions Week are looking at him and knowing. They won't have known a lot about him before
tonight. Yes, he's won the Isle of Man. Yes, he's doing a bit on the Dev Tour. So the younger players on our Champions Week may have known him. Older players certainly won't have done.
90 average on the nose for the week.
That's special. That is really, really special over that many games. Very special.
And that pretty much guarantees a Group A qualification, it's easy for me to say, for Champions Week in a few weeks' time. And this is how the field of players look. And it has to be said, Scott, we're getting towards that point where we can really begin to plot a path. You got Neil Duff, Scott Taylor, Derek Coulson, proven experience when it comes to Champions Week. And in the last couple of weeks, you've got a couple of young players, Nathan Potter and Jack Drayton, who will be chomping at the bit to be there for the first time.
Absolutely, and you can add Keanu Van Velzen in that as well. There's going to be some young bucks in there trying to set about the old guys, and I tell you, it's going to make it a very, very interesting week indeed. And I think, you know, this is what this Super Series format does. It doesn't always see the favourites go through on a week here. Mm-hmm. We've seen a few there that aren't favourites that we thought were going to go through, but it's going to make it even more interesting come Champions Week.
Certainly is. Scott, always a pleasure watching darts, talking about darts with you. Plenty coming up across Pluto TV. Remember, we're back on Monday morning to see how Week 10 gets underway. But prior to that, we've got the latest edition of the Break of Throws series. Now, that is Phil Taylor and Luke Humphreys that are going to be under the microscope. 17 World Championships between them. Scott, one's doing a little bit more of the heavy lifting. Sorry, Luke. He's going to be at the Live Lounge tomorrow from around about midday. So there's your Sunday lunchtime offering for you. And then Brian Roman, goodness me, what tricks may he have up his sleeve? He's going to be at action Monday morning from 9:30, fresh from commentary duty at the Eurotour in Belgium at the weekend. And then the third edition of the International Pairs gets underway on Monday, the 20th of April. It's a Super Series, but double the size, double the drama. And it was Jack Drayton who was the clubhouse leader after Group A, and he converted that winning putt to win Week 9.
Bring himself into an outside opportunity. Should this not go? Double 16, it's gone. Jensen Walker is not messing around this evening. Double 5. Superb. An outside chance. Chance has increased. Oh, what a shot that is. To find your third maximum. Treble 19 to break the heart of Adam Hunt. Oh, it's sensational. He's topped the group, and he's going to do it with 2 wins out of 2.
Jamie Lewis has done the comeback of all comebacks.
Awaits expectantly on 82, but Drayton has other ideas. He's into the final with a 142 and a huge roll. Think, how is your luck? And Lewis moves one leg away. Late to book his spot in the final. He only needed one.
Group A, Monday to Wednesday. He's now won finals night.
Super Series winner, Jack Drayton.
The new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith.
It's match start.
5-star performer, and the bullseye is hit.
It's Thomas.
Johnny Magny! 40.
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2.
Did he go over the tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs one more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the one treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.